It is Monday, May the 11th, 2026. I am Actual Pearl, and it's time to get in the weeds, the show where the takes don't matter and you can still win. The Gingerbread Man is here. That feels weird to say out loud. How you doing, Gingerbread Man? Gingy?
I'm well. I'm alive. I attacked that dirty Sami Zayn on Friday. He tried to kill me, but I could not be killed.
Why are you two-tone?
I can't see anything. I have no idea.
Your arms are different from the rest of your body.
Are they? I can't see a thing out of this. You could be flipping me off right now or doing whatever, and I would not know anything.
Now's your chance, chat. You can
Are they two-tone? Look at this thing. This is a onesie. By the way,
that makes it even worse. Oh my god. Fantastic.
I ordered this thing the moment that segment ended. I was like, can this get here in time? Like, can I get a gingerbread man costume in time by Monday? And sure enough, this onesie got here in time. I'm wearing it backwards as well.
We sat here on Friday basically explaining how this entire thing should play out. And boy, howdy, someone was listening because it played out almost exactly the way we anticipated.
That was the greatest segment of all time. I don't care what any of you. As a matter of fact, that's the poll question for today. And you got to give your public answer for this. So I am going to ban all of you if you don't vote correctly on this. My wife is saying that she thought I would wear the gingerbread costume longer. I can't breathe in it, so that's kind of an issue because like it's front facing, so like talking and trying to breathe is not great. I will put it back on throughout the show in case people missed it, or you gotta see the gingerbread in all of its glory here. But the poll question: Did you enjoy the Gingerbread Man Funeral? Yes, I am. I don't know. Smart? I don't know if smart is the right word.
Yes or banned?
Yeah, yes. Or put me in timeout. You're going in timeout if you vote option 2.
People like to call other outlets state-fed media or whatever. No. We will be state media for Gingerbread Man. If you dissent to the Gingerbread Man, you're going in timeout.
Mikey's in timeout. You rare beast going to timeout.
Sorry, rare beast.
You guys are going to timeout.
Ryan.
Ryan sent me a nice.
Ryan also said, "Why is Jeremy dressed as that?"
Ryan sent me a nice care package. Actually, this weekend it got here Friday afternoon. I feel like I should drink what he sent me to start the show here, and then by the end of the show, we'll see how I'm feeling. But yeah, thank you to Ryan. He sent me chocolates and what he sent me? Hold on, let me go get it.
Yeah, you were supposed to open this on Friday on the air.
Well, it didn't get here till Friday. It didn't get here till after the show on Friday. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, ban RP. Ban all of these people. You're all banned.
I got you. Listen, I didn't want to do this. I've been put up to it, even though I was the one who suggested it. We're putting everyone in timeout who does this. Andrew Zarian does not go to timeout because he hasn't voted. He just said, I hate that gingerbread man. Well, Andrew, let me tell you something. I saw how you spent your weekend. Okay? The gingerbread man would have been perfect for your weekend follies. I'm just putting it out there. Okay? Just letting you go. 20 pounds of Reese's. Did you get 20 pounds of Reese's? Because that would have been great.
Ryan Sullivan sent me Reese's. Sent me 4 pounds because I think they're each a pound each, and he sent me 4 of them. So
Oh damn.
yeah, I've eaten 2 of them so far. You gotta take it slow with those. Can't just be eating all of those in one sitting there. So yeah, I did. Ryan Sullivan sent me some Reese cups, and I've been eating my way through those, and yeah, Ryan Lambert sent me some Fannie Mae's chocolate.
Nice.
Sent me some caramel and peanuts, which is very good. I love chocolate covered in peanuts, and mint, which I always love mint. Anything mint, I will eat as well. And he sent me this.
The Malorts.
Is that what it's called? Malort? That's what it's called?
Malort. There's a T at the end.
Malort?
Malort.
So, like, this isn't good, right? This is what we're getting at?
It tastes disgusting.
Should I have this now and just get it out of the way?
So here's the thing. Yes, but also maybe have something to drink with it. Because
I got water.
No, like something different tasting. If you got like
milk,
I don't know if milk and Malort is a good idea.
I don't have like soda or anything in this house.
Oh,
so.
Geez, that probably would have helped. You got juice, like orange juice. So it's not going to be great, but at least it'll eventually figure out.
I think the kids drank all the orange juice.
Damn kids ruin everything.
What's that? I mean, I might need something to chase this.
Oh.
Terrible tasting alcohol, apparently.
Oh, I thought you were doing that Friday.
If you got,
I kind of want to just get it out of the way.
You got like a drinkable yogurt?
I don't do yogurt.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
Yeah, I don't do yogurt.
Nothing will help. It lingers. Yeah, Louis would also know.
We have Sprite. Do we?
Sprite's fine.
I don't care.
As long as it has a different flavor profile than Malort and water.
Louis says nothing will help. It lingers. Oh,
sour cream is a hell of an idea.
Great. Sour cream?
Make it worse. Let's go, Volib. I'm all about it.
I don't want to do sour cream.
Oh man, why would we not set him up for failure?
We have ginger ale and Sprite.
Ginger ale actually might be okay.
Ginger ale?
Yeah. Just drink it out of here.
No, can I get like ice glass? Yeah, thank you. My lovely wife helping me out here. Thank you. Yes, she's the best as I drink alcohol on air at 10 a.m. in the morning.
Hey, while you're doing that,
dressed like a gingerbread man.
Leave a thumbs up for Gingerbread, Jeremy, and Malort. I feel like that's probably where are you? There you go. There we go.
I got it. You don't have the fireworks.
You
yours.
Froze when that happened. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I froze. Okay. My fault.
Anyway,
let me get everybody that's unbanned, being able to be return here. I don't want Ryan to not be able to chat as I drink his gift here. So once you're unbanned, everybody, please post again. You were warned.
I ordered something from Walmart yesterday, and I got an email today at 10 to 10 this morning saying your order is on the move. It'll be here by 10 p.m. And I just got a text message saying, "Oh, your order was delivered." So nice. Nothing fun, I promise. Listen, y'all are sending Jeremy stuff. Start sending me like healthy shit. That's what I need.
Oh, sure.
I
don't send me anything healthy.
No, send me the healthy stuff. The healthy foods that don't suck. But I've been doing pretty good with that.
Now keep sending me chocolates and more chocolates and other types of candy that my children won't steal from me.
Zarian didn't have a choice.
Oh, this didn't make a single pop. This is flat as can be, I'm sure. That's fun. Yeah. We don't drink like soda and stuff here. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, this is probably a good. Is there like an expiration on this? It's probably like January. I don't see it.
It's from January. It's at least 4 months old.
Yeah.
It's probably not expired. It's just flat.
Yeah, let's see what it tastes like. The ginger ale might. I mean, it's fine. Apparently, nothing gets rid of this lingering more lot anyway. So
Malort.
Malort?
Malort.
Is that how it's said?
Yeah. Yeah.
Malort.
Malort.
There's like an accent over the O. Are you sure it's not more lort?
Yeah. Yeah.
More
Malort.
low?
Exactly. It's not more low.
Low?
It's the same. You're still making the same. You're still making the same O sound.
Mikey says Malort will make you hate the city of Chicago.
I can understand that.
Yeah, that's fun. Ryan's never had Malort.
Yeah, Malort.
Malort.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Like my lord. Malort.
Who's on first?
Mulort.
It's like Mulan, but not made by Disney.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Are we gonna do this now? Is it everybody back? Everybody good?
I just had to put Scott George on on timeout because he asked for
it. I didn't make a custom intro for this one because I wasn't sure like what to use. I guess maybe CM Punk saying I don't do drugs and alcohol because Chicago or something.
Except for that one time.
Did he? I don't think he did.
Do you not know the Harley race story? It was Harley's birthday.
Oh yeah. I do. Okay, yeah.
Everyone knows Harley.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. Well, we'll do this one since apparently this is what it's gonna go poorly for me.
Are you stupid or are you dumb?
Both.
We could use that for a lot of things that you do.
Well, yeah, both. All right, I'm opening it so again people know that this is not a bit or anything, that it's unopened. Oh, it's like snagged. There we go. Okay.
Yeah, there you go. You gotta snap that thing off.
What,
do the whole thing, huh?
Like you guys have kind of scared me off of this. But yeah, I mean it's one shot. I'm just gonna down it and
don't smell it. They said.
Don't smell. Oh,
okay. It is a pretty disturbing smell.
All right, if I gotta take a break from this show, then. All right, hold on. And here we go.
Oh, there's a face.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, see? Yeah, that's good. Delicious. Feel it? Where is it? Oh.
I'm trying to let it sit.
Yeah.
To really experience it.
Yeah.
That's a bad idea.
Nope. Don't want to do that. Yeah, the face of Malort is exactly the one he made.
Oh, it does linger. That ginger ale ain't doing shit.
Yeah, you're gonna have to sip on the ginger ale for a little bit.
I don't even know how to describe it. He sent me another one. He sent me two. I assume he got some discount for it to get two instead of. Thank God, by the way. I appreciate that. Oh my God, it's still there. This sucks. I appreciate that Ryan just sent me two little small bottles like this, because had he sent me a larger bottle, I don't know if I could have drinking that every single week like I do with the Wheatley, or it's still, this sucks so bad. My wife has banned me from drinking alcohol at 10 a.m. further, which is fair. Yeah, no, it's not. Yeah, he sent me just the mini bottles, which again is good because I don't think I could have gotten through a whole giant bottle of that weekly like I did with the Wheatley and the Terramana. That's Jesus Christ. That's actually good alcohol. It's not bad. This, I got another bottle. I mean, I'll drink that one on Friday to cap off the week.
Have you thought about keeping it for when one of the kids turns 21?
No, I'm not going to subject this on my children. No, that doesn't sound good. No. Oh, when they turn 21, Joel said just keep it until they turn 21. No, I'm not going to mix it with the Wheatley.
Oh, that sounds dangerous and stupid. Perfect for this show.
Don't give me ideas, Ryan. Come on.
You asked for ideas. Tomorrow's poll is going to be: should Jeremy mix the Malort and the Wheatley?
Okay, sorry. As I was saying, don't give me ideas, Ryan. Come on now. Come on. What if I Googled that? Malort mixed with Wheatley. There's no way that's like good, right?
No, not at all. Don't do it.
I feel like I'm gonna do it.
All right. Listen, it's your internal organs, okay? At the end of the day.
I gotta put something else in there though. I can't just do like those two combined, right? That feels like death.
Yeah, it's dumb.
I gotta check. It's like CM Punk versus Cody. I gotta check to see if like we're doing anything. I'll just drink it at the beginning of the show on Friday, and then because you're gonna force me to talk about ROH on Friday and TNA. You know what? I might have to do this honestly.
I mean, the TNA part we'll probably have to talk about because it's a live show, but the ROH thing we don't because we already know who won and who didn't win and some weird stuff there.
It's less awful mixed with Fireball and Rum Chata. Fireball gets me in too much trouble. My Fireball days are over unless I'm paying tribute to my father, who was a big fan of the Fireball. I'll drink one in his honor, but that's about it. All right. Friday, start of the show. Wheatley and Malort. Let's kill ourselves.
We'll call it Maleetly or Wheatlort.
That fucking sounds terrible.
Well, you decided to do it.
The chat says things, and I'm like, okay, chat, let's do this, because I'm stupid, Joel. Like, come on now, we know this.
Have you considered that you were terrible at peer pressure when you were a child?
I wasn't peer pressured too much as a child.
Could have fooled me.
Yeah, well, they didn't like ask me to do too much. Yeah, Kimmy's gonna be here to be here for ROH talk on Friday. She's gonna have to carry the show on Friday because I might be out of commission drinking Wheatley and Malort to start the show.
I got Kimmy texting me being like, "Why didn't you reply to my ROH joke?" And I'm like, "Jokes are supposed to be funny."
The joke is
that ROH. Go around. Exactly. That's the point of ROH, just to exist. It's really just, you know what? It's now a Deonna Purrazzo vanity project. And we love Deonna.
Fair.
That's all we need it for. And Athena's there too, I guess. Anyway, I started the call to action, so leave a thumbs up. We already did that part. You can donate a super chat. Any might get your question statement read on the air. Volop said, I put effort in my opinion of the funeral. You can show it on stream if you'd like.
What did Volop say?
What was the opinion of the funeral? I missed it. I had to go back to it.
I need some food. I'm not gonna lie.
All right. Wow, it already got you, hey? Hit you right in the stomach. Have you not eaten today?
No, I've eaten. I had breakfast allegedly. But I feel like I need something else here. I might need like a bagel or something. My lovely wife will hear this and probably bring me a bagel.
I feel like whatever Volop said got deleted after he voted the wrong way in the poll. Joe, check the Discord. He said check the Discord. I can do that.
I feel like I need like a bagel.
Want a whole one or just half?
Just a half. Thank you.
He called it absolute Jeremy slop. That ruled.
Well, I don't know if you've been paying attention to the show, baby, but we have decided on Friday morning that I'm going to mix the second bottle of Malort with the Wheatley and see how that goes for me. But if I do it during the show, like, then I'm fine after the show. It just makes the show worse. And, like, the show can't get any worse. So, like, it'll be okay. It'll be all right. It'll be okay.
Volop, I'm not opening up my Discord on the screen.
I am fine. I'm just hungry. I was hungry before the show.
The photo I can do.
I should, like, mute my mic.
Yeah, since you're going to have a full-ass conversation with your wife, I may as well just interact with our chat while we wait. Oh, man. Let me find this video. Let me find this photo. Volop, where is it? Here we go. Gotta add this file now.
What do we? Oh, we're putting Volib's chat on the screen or
this is
Discord
what
chat.
He sent. Yeah, okay. This is what he sent us. Yeah.
so I like how they put my hands up. Like
it's exactly what you would do. How are the fingers? The fingers aren't long enough.
Yeah, the fingers aren't long enough. I've giant hands.
Yes.
Giant fingers, I should say. I don't know. I love this segment, as everybody could likely imagine that I love this segment. I was cackling the entire time. Like, the entire time I was cackling. I was legitimately crying during this segment. It was so funny to me. Trick Williams coming out, full entrance, and he had the milk. And he poured out the milk. I was crying during this. And then they did exactly what we were hoping they would do. Is I wanted a full on, like, thank you. I wanted a full on, like, black congregation funeral. And they did that trick, did the song and everything.
And the song was so good and so bad at the same time. They found a way. They found a way to make it so bad it was good.
It was so funny. I know people are mad about the AI. I get it. Like, pay artists to do this stuff. But it was okay. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, so on the AI front, it was a mix. Yeah, there was stuff that was very clearly AI. They did Photoshop some of those images, so they actually did have some of the designers do some. I'm not gonna forgive AI. I think it's garbage, and we know this. But like, there were some of those images that were not AI that were actually done with someone photoshopping properly, as far as I saw and understood. So yeah, but there were the ones that were more obvious were stupid and you didn't have to do. But the ones of him being in like photos with the Hulkamania one may have been AI, but the rest of them looked real. Like the rest of the in wrestling moments looked real, which was hilarious.
Yeah, it didn't like it was AI. Like there was some AI stuff. Like it sure. This to me was a fine use of AI. Like I was okay with this. Gingy being part of some of the greatest moments. The streamer thing was so stupid, but so hilarious. Oh, I was dying during this segment. Like my wife will confirm, I was cackling during this and crying during this. And Lil Yachty rising up. I was like, oh, it's got to be Lil Yachty in this thing. He's got to like rise up on this thing. Like he just has to. And he did. I was crying even further. It was so funny to me. Conrad, you're in timeout.
They're going to be people coming to the show for the first time, getting timed out on their first interaction with us. God bless.
It was so funny to me. This was absolutely hilarious to me. Did it accomplish anything? I don't know. I'm sure a lot of people hated it. I saw a lot of people hate it on my timeline of like, this is so terrible. It's the worst stuff ever and everything. I was like, look, is it good? No. I'm not going to pretend like it's good. But it's like 100% for me. The people, there was somebody who was like, oh, I don't know if you're being sarcastic, but like it was legitimately good. And like usually I am being sarcastic, but I was like, no, like this is purely for me. I don't care who else likes it or doesn't like it. I was entertained by it. This ruled. It absolutely ruled. Bless WWE for doing this dumb shit. Like that's the thing, right? It's pure WWE. Like this is stuff WWE does. I know people like to think or like to hope that WWE is now above this kind of stuff. And it's like, oh, why are you wasting Trick Williams and Sami Zayn on this kind of stuff? It's like, this is what we do, right? This is what WWE does. This is pure WWE bullshit. Causes a timeout. This is pure WWE bullshit, and it rules. Like when they do this stuff, no one does this stuff better than them. For better or worse, no one does this stuff better than them.
I mean, I don't disagree, and I had a good time watching it. It was silly. It was the for people who most people were upset because it was for a title, and it's like I think there's a compounding issue of it was my sweet Sammy who was supposed to be winning the world titles soon, and but that was never confirmed. You're just yelling into a muted mic. Thank you. The point being, like, but that was the thing. That's people assuming one thing, right? That's people getting angry over their own assumed booking, and it's not going that way. With this particular thing, I was watching it I actually rewatched it last night because it was so good. And there was a moment where I was like, if you look at it as the babyface and heel stuff, it doesn't work at all. It really doesn't. It's in fact like a very terrible straight story because it's not a straight story. Like Trick is doing underhanded things. Sammy's doing underhanded things. Both guys suck from a character, like from a good guy, bad guy standpoint, shades of gray, whatever you want. You don't know who you're supposed to cheer other than the Gingerbread Man because it's silly. I don't think it insults your intelligence, but the one thing I was thinking about while I was watching it was Sammy is the old head, okay? Sammy is representing a subset of fans, and I know I might be reaching to some. Sammy's representing a subset of fans that see this as silly and stupid and it shouldn't be done. Therefore, don't do the story. Give me the title. I deserve it. I busted my ass 20 years, blah, blah, blah. Trick, on the other hand, is the new guy in town, and he's super popular. He's super over. He's got the hot, he's got not just the hot hand, but he's also got Lil Yachty, who's gotten over for his work. And as a result, like the young crowd, quote unquote, are supposed to be into it. Doing the EO Sky Dance. Could you imagine Gingerbread Man doing the EO Sky Dance? Anyway.
I'm just going to do different taunts as the Gingerbread Man while you're talking.
Did you just do the CEO dance for 5 minutes? There it is. GEO. Anyway, the point is...
Gotta make sure my gimmick doesn't fall off here.
The point is, at Backlash, they hit you over the head all night with the idea that it was old versus new, and that's kind of what the story turned into, was like Sammy the old head versus the new up young guy Trick Williams, who's presenting wrestling in a different way, whatever. And like you could kind of get away with it, but I understand both sides of it. I thought it was hilarious. I thought it was stupid, and two things can be true at once. You doing the oboe walk?
Yeah. I can't see. Give me taunt suggestions as the Gingerbread Man. So
John Cena.
We can look really stupid.
Got to acknowledge. You gonna acknowledge Gingy?
Acknowledge the tribal Gingy.
What else you got there? You do D'Lo Brown as Gingy?
You looking at the real deal now.
The neck shake with it. Did you yeet?
Yeet.
Perfect.
As I was yelling into the mic when I was muted, Sami Zayn was doing jackass stuff, which was hilarious and awesome, like 3 years ago. Let's not pretend like Sami Zayn is above doing Gingerbread Man Funeral stuff. Come on now. Like
that's the thing.
Not.
I agree with you. We shouldn't be assuming it. I think it's because there were so many people who were so either let down or expecting him to be in a higher presentation.
That's their own fault. Don't have expectations.
That is their own fault. I do not disagree with you there. I fully agree. But like, that's where I'm like, I get it. But also, CM Punk. I don't know. Who else can you do? Just
cursing people as the Gingyhausen.
Anyway, all this to say, it was fun. It was entertaining. It was stupid, but like at least by the end of it, you wanted to see the match, and the match was good at Backlash. So like, we knew they were gonna go. We wanted them on Friday. We said you got to go heavy into it, otherwise, what are we doing here? Enjoy timeout. Enjoy timeout, Brendan. We love you, but
people were giving me shit. I'll do more taunts as the Gingerbread Man.
So there was this Naito, it's fine. And I'm sure, listen, we'll do part 1 today, and then tomorrow we'll put it all together. Part 2 will include SP3's opinion because he already has it in the chat.
SP3 is a hater.
Well, we know this, but apparently if you're on Reddit, SP3's opinion doesn't matter anyway, so it's all well and good. We love you, pal. We actually very much appreciate you. Oh man. Well, Gingerbread's back. We're not harsh. Come on. Jules, you know us. We're the least harsh people, unless you're wrong.
The segment ruled. If you don't like it, fine. I'm not going to tell anybody what to like and dislike in their sports entertainment. I'm not going to pretend like it was like good or that it like accomplished too much. It was hilarious. It was so stupid. Like, how could you take it seriously? How could you like watch this and be like, this isn't the dumbest shit ever? And if you thought it was the dumbest shit ever, again, and you don't like that stuff, fine. Personally, I think that stuff is hilarious, and I do like that stuff. And that's why I was laughing the entire time about it. That's why I went on Amazon 2 seconds after this segment ended and was like, how can I get a gingerbread man costume to get here in time? I got this nice little onesie out of it.
It looks comfy.
It is actually,
Nice.
it is actually pretty comfy here.
I can appreciate
I'm just gonna wear, this is gonna be like my Halloween costume. I'm just gonna walk around in this onesie and be like, I'm a gingerbread man. What do you want from me? I'm comfortable as well. My wife's got the game figured out. She wears like a unicorn costume. It's just a little unicorn onesie. That's the deal right there. She's comfortable. She can still move well, and warm. Like, doesn't have to, not put too much into it, and still looks good. So, and she has it figured out with the onesie costumes out here. So I'm just following her lead on that.
That's what happens with 12 kids. You eventually figure out the ways to be helpful and it's not lazy, but effective is more. Yeah.
Has become. It's always been a parody of pro wrestling.
They've solidified it more and more each time. My favorite is, so we'll talk about the John Cena. You know what? I'll wait until the John Cena stuff, because he basically just did everything that everyone already knew about WWE. Like, the wins and losses don't matter. They are whose line is it anywhere, but wrestling edition. That's what this is going to be. But anyway, the gingerbread stuff is it is what it is, Izzy Dame, and you guys are either going to love it or you're going to hate it. But at the end of the day, like, that's just what WWE does. It is silly, it's stupid, it's camp, and to be honest, the people in the audience loved it. So who are we to complain? Just like Joe Hendry doing a concert for the 37 millionth time. It's the same shit. The only difference is, at least the Gingerbread Man wasn't. He was killed, not released. So at least they're making fun of dead people and not people who don't have jobs anymore.
I'm glad Danhausen got the Gingerbread Man costume. Hopefully, he revives the Gingerbread Man fully. I was hoping the Gingerbread Man was going to be his partner on Backlash, but unfortunately, it was not. Backlash.
Was there anything else from SmackDown that we need to really get into? Because that wasn't.
No, who could possibly care about the rest of that show? It was all about the Gingerbread Man. Let me explain to you how excited I was that this segment main evented as well. Because, like, I was locked in for this whole show of, like, oh, when's the Gingerbread Man segment? When's the Gingerbread Man segment? And my wife was like, I can't miss this segment and stuff. And they kept doing, like, stuff throughout the night, like Sami Zayn going into the funeral and being like, what are we doing with all of this? And I was like, as it got to, like, 10 o'clock, and it wasn't the 10 o'clock crossover, I was like, I think this is going to main event. Like, I think this is going to be the last segment. And then they did the match. I don't even remember what the match was. That was the technical main event.
It was the 6-woman tag, wasn't it?
Was it? Okay, sure.
I'm not sure.
Okay. I was like, oh, it's 100% going to main event. I was so happy when this was the main event segment on top of it. And Sammy's like, oh, the SmackDown main event used to mean something. Like, when? When did the SmackDown main event mean something? Oh, Jacob Fatu and Solo Sikoa was like the main event 2 weeks ago. No one could possibly care about the SmackDown main event.
The 6-woman, it wasn't. I think Royce Keys and Tama Tonga was technically the main event match.
Oh, that's even worse.
Yes. Yeah. So there you go. Anyway, it was there wasn't much else to SmackDown. Like you said, they just through-lined the Gingerbread Man stuff, and they told you last week, they're like, we're doing a Gingerbread Man funeral. I'm like, that's going to be it. That's fine. So,
Good.
Yeah,
That's what it should have been.
Yeah. We got a super chat from Ryan Lambert saying, let's talk hockey, staying in Canada for PWHL game. Enjoy it. The Ottawa Charge made it through double overtime, beat the Boston Fleet. Yeah, the Boston Fleet. They're heading to the Walter Cup. And now it's going to be the Montreal Victoire and the Frost? I don't know who it is. But either way, go and enjoy it. I hope you enjoy it. And I hope it's an all-Canadian final, and I hope Ottawa wins so that I can say Ottawa has a champion team again.
I don't watch the PWHL. I should maybe try to get into it. Brian was you were at the Canadians game last night, right, Ryan?
Good game to be at.
Yeah, good game to be at if you were a Canadians fan.
That's fair.
If you're a Buffalo fan, that game probably sucked to be at. Been there. So yeah.
It was a bit of a blowout, but fun for those who like the Habs.
Now that was a good game. The second round has kind of been whatever so far. Like the Canes swept the Flyers. That wasn't much of a series. At least one game went to overtime. Two games went to overtime. Yeah, because the Canes won in overtime in Game 4. Yeah, so at least 2 games went to overtime, but it was a sweep. So that's whatever. Ducks and Knights is what 2-2 after
2-2.
Last night.
That's been a pretty good series. I mean, 2 close games and 2 uneven games. Not necessarily blowouts, but multi-goal deficit games. Those have been, I think it's been a good series so far, and they've shown that both teams have the possibility to advance. I obviously want to see the Ducks advance. Kind of expect the Golden Knights to go, but like to advance. But we'll see what happens in the series.
Canadian Sabres hasn't been as competitive as I was hoping it would be. It feels like all those games have been blowouts. But hopefully that kind of turns around. Avs and Wild. Even the first game was really fun because it was a lot of goals. The second game, the Avs just won, and the third game, the Wild just won. Tonight, I'll be stressed because Game 4, we're up 2-1, which is good, but we need to not make it 2-2. So I'll be stressed during tonight's game, which starts at 8. So I do not care about Raw. I've already warned Joel on SP3. Do not bother me tonight with the thumbnail or the show. I will be watching the Avs, and then OKC plays at 10:30, which we're up 3-0, so that's kind of okay. But I'm still going to be stressed. Yeah.
Well, we'll see. See how things go. But all things considered, seeing you here today, one of your teams finally took an L, and you're okay for now.
Yeah, because we're up 2-1 in the series. Like it's. If it was a 1-1 series and we took that loss in Game 3, I would have been way more. Like, it was Saturday, so I would have probably been okay by today. But I would have been way more stressy if we weren't up 2-0. That's why tomorrow, I might be stressy because then it'll be 2-2, and then it's like, well, now it's a 3-game series, so that's gonna suck, and now I'm gonna be super stressed during it. So. Yeah, hopefully we just win tonight, and that'll be that. But this is always going to be a tough series. I don't understand fans. I mean, I do, but I don't. Who are think the sky is falling after one. This is the Avs' first playoff loss, legitimately all playoffs, and I don't understand who are oh, it's over. It's over. I was like, I don't know. We're still up 2-1. We lost one game. You're not going to go 16-0 in the playoffs. It's impossible to do that. It's not impossible, but it's very rare that a team does that. So we were always going to lose a game. I'd rather lose the game being up 2-1 than lose the game being down 2-1 or anything like that. So, tonight I'll be stressed, but hopefully we'll get through it. Hopefully we can just win, and that'll be that. Wild are a good team. They were always going to be a good team. They got a good roster, and they actually got goaltending in Game 3. I've just got to be better tonight. Hopefully we are. I mean, the Lakers might win in 7. I don't know how that team.
Who knows?
Don't let the Lakers win Game 4. I don't know. Like Lakers they've played well for half the series, for like the first half of these games. The second half, I feel like OKC's just like, all right, we're better than this team. Let's move on. And so that's what happens. Wemby threw a damn hit and played last night.
I saw that
on Nas Reed.
That was something else, and he got himself ejected. So clearly, the bias continues.
Yeah, he got himself ejected on that. I don't know if he's gonna get suspended. He's not going to, but that was bad looking, man. Like that was full intent. That was wind up, follow through, and everything. Like he won't get suspended because playoffs, Wemby, like they're just not going to suspend him. But there's a case for him to be suspended.
SP3 saying that was an Andrade back elbow.
Yeah, but Andrade like spins. That's the thing. Like he didn't like spin. It was just straight forward.
He did it.
Yeah, that's my argument when people keep saying like, oh, it was a Judas effect or an Andrade back elbow. Like there was no spin on it. Like he was looking at that man and just cold cocked him with the elbow.
He was just doing his best Dusty impersonation. He couldn't get the top down, so he went the side up.
It was something though. I was like, damn. I didn't think they were even gonna kick him out. Honestly, I was like, it's Wemby. They're not gonna kick him out, but they did, and like rightfully so. Like
it was pretty blatant.
Yeah, it was a very blatant elbow, and the Wolves still almost lost. At least they came back to win the game. So at least that's going 6. Hopefully we can just close things out tonight, get a little bit of rest, and be prepared for the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah. All right, shall we do Backlash? Backlash. I'm gonna let you take care of SP3 in this case. No problems there. Said we would do it. We said we would put anyone in timeout who voted against the Jeremy fed state media. Backlash was actually a fairly good show. Nice that it was under 3 hours. We're back to 1995 WWF in your house. Can't complain about that. You're not paying $20 per show. You're paying $30. Sorry, if you're in Canada, you're not, because it's Netflix and you can just get it there. Just use a VPN. Just use it. I promise it's a better idea. Anyway, show's good. I mean, it was a very straightforward show. The wrestling was fine, and the winners were absolutely never in doubt, in my opinion. The wrestling was fine. What people came, they came and they did their job. It was an enjoyable show. I think actually all of Saturday was a very enjoyable night of wrestling between that and the AEW Fairway to Hell. Like, that was 3 hours, 4 hours of wrestling that worked out for everyone. So yeah, it's good.
I mean, PAC and Darby was the best match of the weekend. Backlash was a good show. It felt like it ran smoother than WrestleMania. It didn't feel like the commercials were weighing it down quite as much as they did WrestleMania. And there were actually video packages. Like the Danhausen match got a full-on video package and everything. So maybe they learned some lessons from WrestleMania of like, all right, we can't do too heavy on these commercials. Our fans are there's some backlash against that. So like that was good. There was definitely way more ring time. I mean, maybe because there's only 5 matches. I mean, if anything, something like Danhausen and Minihausen was too long. Like that probably should have been cut in half instead of going over 10 minutes. But it was like, oh, we can give every match 10 plus minutes, so that's what we're gonna do. It's like, okay, sure. But yeah, I thought overall there were 3 really good matches, and then there were 2 matches that existed and served their purpose.
Yeah, exactly. It opens up with Seth and Braun, and no surprise here, it was a long match, a good match, and in the end, Braun Breaker gets the win after a bunch of interference. This feels like it'll keep going, but for now, this was it's just expected. I mean, you got to deal with Seth getting friends and taking on all the guys in the division, and then the split off from that, and Seth makes good, and Seth becomes finally a babyface, and he takes on big bad heel Braun Breaker maybe, and gets his win back probably by SummerSlam. I'd do 3 out of this and have Braun Breaker win the 3rd, but I don't know when and where. Maybe it's a Hell in a Cell match somewhere down the line, but
no.
I don't know. I'm just throwing out
They'll do like a last man standing
Yeah,
if
you
they
can do
do
that.
anything. It feels like they've been a while since they've done.
Last man standing works great because of the spear, right? How many spears to put down Seth?
Yeah.
So last man would probably work for that. But yeah, otherwise, like again, solid match, the longest of the night, and for this to be on ESPN ended up being a pretty good opener and a pretty good spot for them. So yeah, your thoughts overall on the match?
It was a good match. I know people are like making fun of Seth because of 2 spots that kind of got messed up, and I'm just like, all right, sure. Like he probably shouldn't even been trying to do these spots. He's like well over 40 at this point. Not only well,
Dare you?
oh, he's not even 40. Oh, I thought Seth was so much older.
He's
than
my
he was.
age. He's
Apologies
40. How
to
dare
Seth.
you? Jesus.
Apologies to Seth. All right, well, those knees are over 40. How about that?
Okay, yeah, that's accurate.
And he probably like shouldn't be trying to do some of these spots, but like, I'm not gonna hold it against him. Stuff happens in there, you know, like it's fine. Yeah, but I thought overall it was a good match. The interference made sense, even though I'm whatever on it. Like it made sense with everything. Glad Braun won as he should have won, and I imagine they'll do other matches out of this. I just have Braun win that match. Like Seth doesn't really need any of these victories, but Seth has also kind of been losing because he lost to Gunther and now he's lost to Braun. You probably got to throw him a win somewhere in there. As long as Braun wins like the overall feud, it's fine, and that's the main thing.
As much as I dislike the last man standing match itself, it does fit this. The cage fits keeping the Vision out for number 2. That's why I kind of go.
But nobody's gonna know. They don't. They won't actually stay out.
That's the thing, right? They always say, "Oh, it's going to keep the Vision out," but it obviously doesn't always work that way. But the point being, like the idea, quote unquote, is that they would keep them out. I could see them doing those 2, but ending with the last man standing would probably be the way that I would like to do it because, yeah, it makes the most sense. How many spears can a man take before he's knocked out for the count of 10? Which, sure. Yeah, but otherwise, solid match, good stuff, and the feud will continue. Trick Williams and Sami Zayn for the U.S. title. Again, another solid match. Lil Yachty, he ain't going to sell for nobody. He went down, and then 2 seconds later, pinfall, and that's it. He's up in the ring, just money. just throwing money out into the crowd. Good for him. Good for Yachty. But it was a fun match. It's a good match. Solid stuff.
Yeah, Yachty being up after taking the hula kick on the outside was hilarious to me. I was like, didn't you just get kicked in the head like 2 seconds ago? And he's already just back up throwing money.
Got that adrenaline in him, buddy.
Yeah, I mean, match was fine. Like, it was probably the worst match on the show. Well, I mean, the tag team match, but like no one really expected that to be much of anything. It was the worst singles match on the show. How about that? But it was only a 4-match singles match. Something had to be the worst. It wasn't bad or anything. It was just it was every bit of a Joel Pearl fine.
You're welcome. Yeah, nothing else to add. Again, the theme of the night, as they told you right from the get-go, was the young versus old, and the young kids were going to win. Speaking of which, Danhausen, the young spry sprite, got himself a cloning machine, and Jelly Roll lost a lot of weight and a lot of size, and he was disguised as Minihausen as he took on The Miz and Kit Wilson. They won, mostly Minihausen. It was El Torito, Masquerita Sangrada, as the person under the mask. And yeah, it was, again, a little long, like you said. They probably could have cut it in half, but overall, like it was entertaining. They hit a bunch of fun spots, but it had a lot of breathing room that necessarily wasn't useful for a comedy match. But in the end, Danhausen wins. That pump kick, he's got to find a different match. He's got to find a different finish because a pump kick is such a silly finish.
I mean, he should just beat people with the groin strike. Like, whatever.
Thank you. Everyone who listen, you kick a man in the dick, you win. It happened on Saturday twice. 2 main events, dick kicks, winning. Come on.
Yeah, he should just beat people with the groin strike. It's fun. But yeah, match was too long. The Minihausen thing. So I kind of had an inkling that it wasn't going to be anyone special when they called it a cloning machine on SmackDown. I was like, I mean, I guess you could just throw anybody in the Danhausen mask and face paint and be like, see, it's a clone of Danhausen. But I was like, it feels like maybe I'm giving them too much credit. It feels like they're trying to tip off that it's not going to be like a big name just wearing the Danhausen face paint, and it is just going to be something like silly. And that's exactly what it was. Like it was a silly thing. The part that got me, and it kind of actually made sense. I don't think WWE gets enough credit for their consistency and long-term storytelling here, in that it was the cloning machine, and he said around like 10:30ish that in 24 hours he'll be ready. I was like, your match is going to be done with by 10:30. So the fact that this happened at 7, it makes sense that it was not a full-bore clone, and it was only half of a clone there. So this was actually consistent with what they wanted to do, and it being a mini Hausen. It was a silly match. It was supposed to be a silly match. Too long, but sure.
Is Kit Wilson so stupid that he didn't know that it was a cloning machine, and he himself could have gone inside and just cloned himself to win the match?
Well, Danhausen had that thing on security, though. He had security Hausen on it.
Was there security on it? I didn't see anyone.
Yeah, it had lasers and stuff. They don't just tell you, hey, this thing's secure. You find out about that when you try to go into it, and you get zapped with the lasers of like, oh shit, there's security on this thing. Danhausen's smarter than that. Come on now.
A valid point. Why weren't the extra clones smaller then? Because technically, if Danhausen's clone was half-sized and then the other clone went in and he got sent through the cloning machine, wouldn't they be half-sized too?
No.
All right, just making sure. Jules, I love that this is so much not for you that you're getting upset over it. We love you.
We should dive deeper into the cloning machine.
We should all be looking for more cloning alternatives. Dolly should not be the only clone that stood out, okay?
Yeah, Danhausen, has that segment was so silly on SmackDown. It ruled, of him like doing like the potions and stuff and the evil lab music and everything.
He's doing it into like a 90s CRT tube TV.
Yeah.
Fantastic, because it's camp. That is Danhausen. Danhausen is the campiest, silliest, dumbest wrestler alive. He's not dumb like a stupid person, but it's silly. It's stupid. It's supposed to be that way. And that's why it's fun to do a deep dive into how much a cloning machine works or doesn't work.
Like, I don't know who could. I understand people that are like mad about this stuff, and like clearly it's not for you, and that's completely fine. I think this shit's hilarious.
Wrestling is inherently stupid all the time, always. Never take wrestling seriously and you'll have the best time. Unless wrestling needs to be serious, at which point take it very seriously and get upset at everything. Io Sky defeats Asuka by pinfall. The finish felt a little rushed, but they got right to it at the end of it. Still a long match, regardless. It was just the pacing at the end was very much like, got to get to the bullet train, and then we got to do the over the moonsault, or that's it. We got to do the celebration. So either way, Asuka kind of got some people talking earlier in the day about her status, because she posted a photo of herself looking out the window, very contemplative, with Frank Sinatra's My Way, not Limp Bizkit's My Way, as the song on Instagram. Wish it had been the latter, but here we are. And by the end of the match, she gave Io Sky a big old hug and a bunch of kisses and jumped on over her and was very proud of her. And Io was like, what should I be doing right now? How should I be selling? And she just tried her best, but she got through it. And now the big question is, the hell happened to Asuka? Or is happening?
The match was really good. Some of the timing was off early. There was a couple of like stand around and do something spots, but it picked up certainly by the end. I mean, it was the best match on the show. It was the best match on the show. And overall, like, it was a really, really good match. Io winning, not super surprising, especially if Asuka is leaving, or at least taking a break or something. So yeah, Asuka posted that photo before the match. After the match, they did the big embrace, and it felt like more of an embrace than just like, hey, I forgive you for putting me through all this shit over the past however many months and getting rid of Kyrie. Like, that was one of the most disappointing things, and it's not the fault of Asuka and Io, but that Kyrie was no longer part of the story. And I know some people, it felt like sometimes the crowd was like waiting for her to come out at some point, and obviously that didn't happen. I think that just kind of hurt the match a little bit, because they were just waiting for, I mean, they were chanting "We want Kyrie" very loudly to open the match. And so it did just feel like, oh, at some point we are going to get Kyrie, and then they did not get Kyrie. But overall, still a really good match. And yeah, after the match, it felt like it was more than just, I forgive you. It felt like Asuka is leaving, taking time off, whatever it might be. Where are you at on what's happening with Asuka?
So when the post was made on Instagram and people were like, "Oh, she's leaving because she has."
Yeah, you dismissed it. You called those people idiots.
No, I didn't, because I said if, and I didn't say it was. The way that I put it was, you could see it that way, or I didn't say specifically you could see it that way, but my inference was that you could see it, that yeah, she's gone. But to me, I saw it more from a kayfabe standpoint, which Asuka usually posts from on her Instagram anyway. It's not about Nintendo. It's about her gimmick. Like, come on, let's be typically. But either way, in this case, it was, to me, it was her doing my way, because she was a teacher. She imparted knowledge, and she had to reclaim the top of her ability as number one by beating her number one student. And that's how she can solidify her legacy and solidify herself as the person. To me, my way meant like, and if you look at the career of Kana, of Asuka, like of that person, that wrestler, she really has done it her way. She stepped away from Japanese wrestling that was very toxic towards her at a time when Japanese women's wrestling was kind of on the descent and was also mistreating women at the best of times. And she decided to move over to WWE, and people were not very happy about it in Japan at the time. She really did do things her way. She really was, in a lot of ways, a modern trailblazer, and for women's wrestling, especially coming out of Japan. So for me, like, I read it as, you should be celebrating your career. It is long and it's been great, but at the end of the day, there was no answer to it. To me, it read one way, and on the other end, it looks like she's either taking time off. People have said, I saw semi-retired, I saw taking time off for personal reasons, whatever that is. I don't think she's necessarily leaving or departing WWE. That's not necessarily for me to say for sure. I know Fightful Select said the one thing that was firm was that everyone that Fightful spoke to does not believe that Asuka had her final match. This isn't specifically in WWE, but in general. One WWE higher-up said that Asuka's performance over the last year specifically was, quote, always reliable, no matter what they threw her way, and said that WWE was very happy with her. She signed a deal in summer of 2024. No one knows what's going on with that deal as of right now. She doesn't want you to talk about her age. In fact, she'll call you out on it if you're on socials, but she's an older woman in wrestling. She does not look it, and she has been through so much in the wrestling world that if this is it, honestly, like, she did everything. She's really done everything. But if she wants to have a few more dream matches or a few more final matches before she decides that this is it, then that's completely her choice to make. So I don't know what to think of it, other than she's clearly happy, she's clearly healthy, and whatever comes next is going to be exciting.
I think for now it's just time off. I don't know if it's semi-retirement. I don't know if there's something else going on. Certainly not going to speculate on that. I hope they didn't ask her to take a pay cut. If they did, she has every right to tell them to fuck off and be like, I'm out of here. If that's the case on there. Okay, so PW Insider just posted There was a story making the rounds among some in WWE that Asuka is returning to Japan for an extended period to handle a family matter that will not be disclosed. She's in Knoxville ahead of tonight's Raw, so she's there and ready to appear if WWE Creative dictates. So we'll see if she does end up appearing. Maybe she will appear and she'll give an explanation, and that'll kind of be that on there.
They could do a passing of the torch moment between those two beyond what they did at Backlash and make it really solidified that, like, I'm good. I don't need to be here all the time. Io Sky is like the new Empress of Tomorrow, without putting it as weirdly as such.
Yeah, I don't know if you need to go like that far with things. I feel like the passing of the torch was just the match and the embrace at the end. I don't know if you need to do, but I'm cool with whatever Asuka wants to do. If Asuka is saying like, hey, let's do this segment, but yes, whatever you would like to do, Asuka, like, I'm completely fine with that. I hope it's not the last we see of Asuka, whether it's in WWE or elsewhere. I hope she continues to compete, because obviously she's still really good, and she's not only still really good in the ring, she's still like a super entertaining character, and she just puts her all into everything. So I hope it's not the end of anything that she might be doing, but I guess we shall see either tonight or in the coming weeks and months.
Yeah, I would like to see her just continue to appear, but again, she's been doing it for so long, and I mean appearing wherever on wrestling television. Don't care where, don't care about the letters, as long as the stories are good. And Redmond Survivor saying, is there any possibility Asuka was one of the talent that was asked to take a pay cut? I don't know. I don't know for sure. No one's reported on it, but at the same time, it's like, she is frequently on TV. However, they also released one of the women who was also frequently part of the story on TV. There's no rhyme or reason other than the potential of it being a spreadsheet thing.
But the rhyme or reason, I don't think Asuka moves like a ton of merch or anything. I could be wrong. Yeah, she's frequently on TV, but those ain't like they're asking people to take the pay cuts who are not off of TV. Right. I mean, the one report was heavily pushed took the pay cut. So that person was reportedly always on TV and took it. I think they probably asked about 90% of the roster to take a pay cut, honestly, whether you're on TV or not. So, yeah, I could see her being someone who got asked to take the pay cut, and I could see her being someone who said no, and instead of just outright leaving like New Day, because New Day really wasn't doing anything. They didn't have any big story to like wrap up or something. This is pure speculation. I have no idea. But she could have been asked. She could have said no, which could have been like, I'm not just going to outright leave right now. I got to finish this thing with Io. And then they finished it, and now she, at the very least, just might be taking time off, if not fully leaving. Or she could be on Raw tonight, and things just proceed as normal, and last night, or Backlash, was just, hey, let's give Asuka her flowers that she deserves.
Yeah, could have been, hey, we're going to also turn you babyface, and the student beat the student beat the teacher, and the teacher is proud of the student. They just really oversold it, because sometimes in Japan, that's how you sell it. You overdo it. So we'll find out tonight. If she's on the show, then maybe we'll get answers, and if not, then who knows? Like I said, the most important thing is she is physically healthy, and she has been at this for so long that it's cool that if she has decided that this is it, then she gets to do it on her terms. And that's pretty cool. Not a lot of people get to do that in wrestling. So we'll get to see what Asuka's next steps are in or out of WWE. And in the main event, because it wouldn't be a young beats old match without one old beating the young, and of course that old is Roman Reigns. He defeated Jacob Fatu. That was a really good match. They're getting away from the bloodline interference stuff, which is nice. They did it with the Punk match last month at WrestleMania. They're continuing it now. There was no interference. Instead, there was just a kick in the dick, and then there was a dick kick, and then also the turnbuckle. But overall, I mean, Roman and Fatu had a great match. Fatu gets the upper hand at the end. WrestleVotes had kind of insinuated that Roman was going to walk out as champion, was how it was put to us. So it kind of felt like you were going to get Fatu getting his lick back immediately and walking out of the match, or walking out of the show on top, quote unquote. But it was, again, really well done. This is not over. And if this is, again, we're just going back to Bloodline, but now we're just using different names in it, baby. It's its own entity. Your thoughts on Reigns and Fatu?
It was a strong match, and Jacob was definitely more of the heel, and Roman felt like he was kind of fighting from underneath, but then had to be desperate at the end of it. And especially with getting out of the Tongan death grip, because he had ripped the turnbuckle off and then used that to escape the last one and everything. So it was cool to see Roman kind of in that setting, with Jacob being presented as a killer, which he should be, and Jacob continuing to go for the Tongan death grip, which had been very well established by this point, was also smart. So I thought it was laid out really well. Not surprised to see Roman win for sure, because I always thought Roman was going to win this. The most surprising thing was they did the post-match attack, and then they went to the post-show, and Roman was just up, and he's like, this is your last night on the show. And then Jacob's on the show tonight to acknowledge Roman as the tribal chief. I was like, oh, he ain't selling. He ain't doing no stretcher job or anything. He's already been announced for like a bunch of shows in May, including Clash in Italy. So I imagine they'll do a rematch at Clash in Italy. Maybe they'll do a last man standing match. It was nice that there was no Uso interference, even though you could see why there would be Uso interference, and that makes me believe, again, when they do the rematch, you will probably get some sort of Uso and maybe even Solo interference.
Yeah, they're definitely involving Solo more and more. I thought again, Roman making the reference to Solo the other week in their promo on Raw was kind of like we're gonna put Solo back in somehow, and Solo, of course, interacting with Fatu the last couple of weeks on SmackDown was kind of an obvious choice. But like, again, Bloodline just comes back together all the time. It's always that. They'll do a tribal combat match. Now that they're doing the acknowledgement ceremony, it feels like they'll do tribal combat for Fatu and Roman.
Yeah, I guess the tribal combat, sure.
And then Royce Reigns will take the mantle as the new member of the Anoa'i family. Keep teasing it.
I do not need any Uso interference or Solo when the two Sikoas interfering, or really any of this stuff. Just do another straightforward match. This match was really good, so don't bog it down with a bunch of different interferences. Unnecessary. They love unnecessary.
They brought Shinsuke back on SmackDown. Speaking of the Sikoas.
Oh yeah, that's a thing.
Yeah. So Shinsuke still exists, and he's still showing up to work when they're on the coast. Whenever there's somewhere near water, Shinsuke's like, I'll come to work. Just let me surf the day, and then I'll come and need me to do. Or we can do a pre-tape. Can we do a pre-tape? Let's do a pre-tape. Anyway, not sure what'll come out of the stuff with the Bloodline, but again, a solid match, and the night was easy. It was an easy breezy pay-per-view, and I saw Kate, she's tweeted it out, and she's also kind of referenced it in the chat that, like, you put those two matches, the US title and Seth versus Braun, in the first hour of the show, and then you're expecting people to pay to tune into the Danhausen tag match. Is like the 3-match format on the paid subscription platform. There's 2 lines of thinking. One is that one, which, like, I fully understand. If you don't have ESPN Plus or Unlimited, or you can't afford it or whatever, then you're kind of SOL, and you're trying to sell them on something that's ridiculous. Just 3 matches. On the other hand, I think ESPN is just assuming that most of these people already have ESPN Unlimited, and therefore they're just going to watch it on ESPN2 and change over, or it goes towards ESPN2 numbers. Like, I don't know. I don't know for sure what their expectations are, but it is a little strange that they're like, yeah, 3 matches you can watch on the paid tier, but these 2 really good matches you can watch free on ESPN2.
I mean, they're trying to sell you on the ESPN Unlimited based on, like, the main event. But yeah, 3 matches, $30 is absurd to, and that's why I say, like, I imagine most people are like sports fans and just already have ESPN or will find something else to watch on ESPN. But if you're just getting this for WWE, like it's really a waste of money. Like it's truly a waste of money because you're paying for 3 matches. You're paying $30 for, even if it's 5 matches, that's still kind of a waste. Like, even if you're getting the full show, like 5 matches for $30, it still feels like you're kind of getting ripped off on there, especially when half the show is like ads and everything. So I wouldn't even do it even if it was like I'm getting the full show. At least there's that. $30 for these WWE pay-per-views. They used to be $30 back in the day, and that would get you, WrestleMania. And there were at least 8-9 matches on a lot of those cards. 5 matches? That's way too small.
Yeah, exactly. I see Kate adding in, the first paid match is the Mini-Housens and Kit and Miz. But that's the thing, like they're the carny way of it is they're selling you on who could it be? Who's going to be the Danhausen's tag partner? It could be anyone. And then on top of that, Danhausen is just he's a seller. He's huge for them right now. They had booths set up to get your damn face painted. Like, he is a guy. He is one of their top draws, and a top draw might be able to convince people on, to get ESPN Unlimited, and that's how they see it.
I'm okay with them like having that as part of the first thing. Like, I know most of our chat is AEW fans and pure wrestling or whatever.
Big NWA fan too. That's right.
Yeah, an NWA fan.
Although if you ask that one guy, we hate the NWA. We never talk.
That was very funny.
That was the best
very funny
ever.
But like, we do kind of have to recognize that WWE is just in a different class than AEW. And I'm not even saying that as like reach and stuff like that. It's like they define themselves as sports entertainment, and they define themselves as competing with like Disney and Marvel for a reason. Like, they truly see that. And are they running off some of maybe like hardcore fans, like pro wrestling fans? Yeah, I don't think that can be denied. But to them, like, that's worth it to gain these casual fans that they think are going to stick around, which I don't know if it's true or not. Again, I will always point to, like, the viewership numbers ain't really in their favor when it comes to this stuff, but this is their mindset. This is their mentality. Like, Danhausen is a big deal for them. Like, he's done very well. He's super popular. And so it's like, yeah, pay $30 to see Danhausen because everyone loves Danhausen. It's like, yeah, again, that is true. And like you said, pay $30 to tune in to see who Danhausen's mystery partner is going to be. I mean, I think having a Mini-Hausen and a bit that gets booed ain't exactly, a good faith move for your audience, but ain't my company doing this stuff. But this is how they view things. They don't view it as, we're gonna give you great wrestling from start to finish, and you're gonna get your $30 money's worth because you saw this 5-star match and that 5-star match. Like, that's not how they do things. That's not how they view anything. And if you don't like how they view that kind of stuff, again, I don't blame you. Just recognize it's not for you and watch something that is for you. Like, it's truthfully not for me either. Like, I don't enjoy a lot of things WWE does. I recognize the absurdity of it all, and I can laugh at it. And that's that. Like, I can just laugh at how stupid a lot of it is. If I wasn't paid to cover it, or if I did have some type of like emotional investment in this, I probably wouldn't watch half of it, honestly. Like, I probably wouldn't do it. Like, it's like, this stuff is, truthfully, a lot of it is not for me. Like, Danhausen having a Mini-Hausen, I was like, that's a pretty lame payoff, honestly. Like, that's not the best payoff in the world. But I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. That is just a mini Hausen. And then I try to justify it with, well, see, he was a cloning machine in 24 hours, and it wasn't 24 hours, and that's why it's Minihausen out here. And I give it way too much thought, but like it is my brand of stupidity, and that is why like I've just come to accept it, honestly, because like I gotta cover it. I have to. So I'm gonna try to enjoy it rather than just everything sucks. Let's move on.
Also, how dare you? I'll have you know, Jelly Roll worked really hard to get to that sleek physique he was at in Tampa Bay. Okay,
it would have been cool if it was Jelly Roll. I would have been fine.
it would have been very
that.
funny.
I would have been fine with anybody because my expectation was Jelly Roll. So I was like, if it's Jelly Roll, then cool. I was actually disappointed it wasn't Jelly Roll. I was like, oh man, I thought we were gonna get Jelly Roll out of this, not Minihausen. But I was fine with Minihausen. I was like, all right, sure, like this makes sense.
Really stupid campy. That's Danhausen. That's what it is. Like, what do you expect out of it? And so just kind of like to add to your point, like Tenruz is saying, so many people think I watch WWE when I say I watch wrestling, and they're embarrassed for me if I watch that stuff. I always say I watch AEW and Japanese wrestling. So like taking the first part out, people think you watch WWE because WWE is the brand that people know. It's the Kleenex conversation. It's the Coke versus Pepsi conversation. That's just what WWE is. They are the number one brand when it comes to pro wrestling. You think about wrestling, people say, oh, you watch WWE. Yeah, you can tell them then you watch AEW or Japanese wrestling. Like, it's not going to sway their opinion. They're not doing anything that makes you think differently about wrestling. If you tell them, oh, I watch AEW, I watch this, I watch that, because most of them are just like, oh, he doesn't watch WWE, okay, I guess it's something else. Sure, if you think it's embarrassing, that's your opinion on a subjective form of entertainment. That's like someone asking me if I'm watching the Muppets and I don't like the Muppets, so I say no, I watch Fraggle Rock. Like, they're two different shows just competing under the same idea. It doesn't matter. And I definitely do not admit that I watch TNA. I cover TNA.
Yeah, that's embarrassing.
Yeah, for people who watch TNA and know about TNA, I'm like, yeah, I cover TNA. And like, they're just like, oh, you poor son of a bitch. And yeah, like Kate's saying, most people say, oh, like WWF, when you tell them that you cover wrestling, because they don't know. They don't know and they don't care. So again,
yeah, that's what most people assume. Like when I'm like, yeah, I cover wrestling, and they're like, oh, like WWE. I was like, yes, exactly like WWE. Like, I'm not going to explain to them AEW and like, well, actually, there's this company and there's a bunch of independents and blah 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 blah. Like, they don't actually care, and bless them, I wouldn't care either. The people who want to know more, and some people do know AEW. Some people are like, oh, do you watch AEW as well? I was like, yes, I do. I do watch AEW as well. Like, some people do care on that stuff, but most people know WWE, and most people realize it's silly. And the people who realize it's silly aren't going to give it a chance anyway, even if it like is more serious and good and everything. Like, the silliness is sort of the appeal for the casual people. Like, that's just part of it for them. Like the Sami Zayn Jackass stuff. Like, well, I legitimately think that's good, and it's one of the greatest matches of all time. But oh, you cover wrestling like Herb Abrams UWM.
You see, that's when you praise the person asking the question, because we're gonna have a conversation at this point.
Like, I thought the Sami Zayn Jackass stuff was good, but a lot of people thought that was dumb. But that gets them into the conversation when it comes into WWE. It's like, oh, I saw Johnny Knoxville doing that. That's why they use these celebrities. I saw Johnny Knoxville, I saw Lil Yachty, I saw Jelly Roll and all this stuff, and they think that this is going to get more eyes on the product, and in some way it does. I will continue to argue that I don't think those eyes stick around. So yeah, silly wrestling can be done well, but like, it's also done well in the eye of the beholder. Like, again, I know people didn't like the Gingerbread Man stuff. I thought that was silly shit done well. Like, I thought that was exactly what I wanted out of that. Some people don't like, they're just not going to accept silliness at all. Like, no matter how silly it is, they are just not going to accept any of it. And again, that's okay. Well, don't get me wrong. Still think it's absurd to charge people $30 for a 3-show pay-per-view. But again, their mindset is, hey, you're not paying $30 for just WWE. You want to watch this ESPN show. You want to watch the basketball. You want to watch the hockey. You want to watch the baseball and everything. And for the most part, I think that's correct. Otherwise, they're getting screwed out of this deal. And I still think the numbers are bad because they don't tout that viewership at all.
I hope they do it for this one, and it turns out that this was like the biggest increase they've ever had because of Danhausen.
The highest rated Backlash featuring a Danhausen match.
Yes, that's exactly it. Featuring a cloning machine on WWE television. New Day.
New Day. Yeah, New Day.
No, that was a time machine. That wasn't a cloning machine.
Yeah.
When was the last time they had a cloning machine in WWE?
Cloning machine? I don't remember.
Unless Doink used a cloning machine to make Dink.
Yeah.
But other than that, I can't think of a time. Because they've done time machines. God knows they've done time machines. Oof. But either way, listen, your wrestling is what you like. That's all it is. A subjective form of entertainment. And I brought up Redmond Survivors chat about the comedy wrestling because like I think about mystery wrestling and a lot of people like it because it's a different presentation of wrestling. That isn't going to be the same as WWE style, but it's some stuff that WWE would probably do given the circumstances in certain cases. It's just about presentation. It's just about the way that they put it on the screen and whether or not you like it and you like the way that it's presented. It's up to you. So some people are going to love everything and some people are going to love nothing, and there's always an in-between. Backlash. Final point from Backlash. John Cena comes out and makes a major announcement. The announcement of announcements. Everybody was wrong, Jeremy. We were all
wrong. Because who could have possibly predicted this dumb shit?
We did it. What we thought it would be was worse than what it was. I would have paid $120 for this announcement to have been the actual thing we thought it would be. Instead, John Cena is going to have the John Cena Classic. It's going to be a tournament where main roster and NXT stars are going to compete against each other. A champion will be crowned. I assume it's going to be a belt that never gets used except for once a year, or maybe it's just, I don't know. I just hope. I don't know. But either way, the most important part is Carmella was right once again. Once upon a time, I go back to this all the time. Fantastic. I go back to this all the time. Carmella on an episode of Talking Smack during the middle of the pandemic looks at the camera and says, wins and losses don't matter in WWE. And I was like, she said the loud part loud. Good for her. And that's what we're dealing with. And my favorite thing, Jeremy, I praised on Wednesday's show. I praised Tuesday when Keanu Carver cut a promo in the middle of nowhere in Orlando, talking about how much he doesn't give a shit about clicks, likes, and engagement, and how he's going to be the guy who provides for his family, wins the top prize in NXT. He's going to be the man, blah, 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 blah. If I can't be that guy, then Shawn Michaels can fire me and I'll go do something else. I praised that thing because I was like, this is the realest guy you've ever seen. I like him. And then John Cena comes out and is just like, you can win my competition with likes, clicks, and engagements. This is not the main NXT. Like Roman Reigns is not going to do this tournament. Okay. Tony D'Angelo should not be doing this tournament. This is definitely to me, a mid and low, like it should be very selectively pulled. Popular wrestlers who have online style gimmicks going up against each other for whatever this title is. This shouldn't be serious. It shouldn't be taken seriously. Nothing in wrestling should. But like John Cena having to walk it back in a tweet later makes it even better, but we'll get to that. So he comes out. What are your thoughts after he makes the announcement at Backlash?
I'm like, this sucked. Like, I would have been better off if it was just, hey, we're doing Club WWE. Like, all right, cool. You know what? Fine. It's when he said like there's a new championship and everything, I was like, all right. I don't need another title. But like fine, it's a tournament. It's gonna be NXT versus main roster. Like I see the idea for it and everything. Like I'm gonna love it. I 100% am, because the voting is gonna be so screwy that it's going to be hilarious. Remember TNA did this gimmick and they were like pushing Abyss and they were pushing like Austin Aries and stuff. And it's like, nah, we're voting for Desmond Wolfe, Nigel McGuinness. We don't give a fuck who you want, who you're trying to push. We want Nigel McGuinness to get these title shots.
This was tough enough too, right? They did this. Who was it? Was it Pewter that won when they didn't want him to win?
That was that was tough enough. I don't know if it was 2. That wasn't tough enough 2 because like, tough enough 2 was like Jackie Gata.
No, I mean, no, not tough enough 2. I mean, tough enough as well, where they wanted us.
Oh, okay, 2 TOO, not TWO. Okay,
yeah, because like WWE is usually good at like skewering the votes and trying to put you on the path, but that was 10, 20 years ago now. Fans are not, I don't know if fans are going to be I don't know if fans are going to be as willing to go with it, but if they're dumber than they are. But like, yeah, someone in the chat saying it'll be LA Knight, it'll be Joe Hendry. Will Cruz, the new Mason Rook, is going to win this thing because John Cena is going to get a bot farm and he's just going to vote for him all the time. That's all it's going to be. John Cena picking Mason Rook.
Yeah, the fan voting, like leaving it up to fan voting just seems so silly to me, but also again hilarious that John Cena announces this and he's like, oh, we're gonna give these new opportunities and everything, and then it turns out that wins and losses don't matter, and it's just, hey, vote for your favorite person and they win the title. It's like, okay, like what does this title mean? Like, do you defend it regularly? Do you just defend it in a fan vote all the time? Like, you don't actually have a wrestling match? Or maybe you do have a wrestling match, and then... All right, let's say for, like, argument's sake, I'm just getting used to examples here because, whatever. Joe Hendry wins the initial vote and everything, right? Joe Hendry wins the tournament. He wins no matches in the tournament, but he wins the vote, so he gets the championship. And then it's like, tonight on Raw... Joe Hendry is going to defend the John Cena Classic Championship against Obafemi. And Obafemi beats him in like 3 seconds. But then they go to the voting results. Now let's go to the big board for the voting results. Joe Hendry wins the vote 75-25, and Oba's just got to like hand the title back to Joe Hendry after beating him in 3 seconds. That's hilarious to me. That's so funny. So I hope we get some dumb shit like that out of this. Overall, like, it's a stupid announcement. I don't think they're gonna honor it more than like the first time, and they're like, well, that kind of backfired and stuff. So I'll defend it, and so I'll play devil's advocate for a second. On the surface, it makes some sense of like, now we're going to see which superstars are popular. Because here's evidence of voting, raw data that says our fans want to see this person as the champion, right? Like, that's, in theory, no, that's how this works. Nobody's voting for him. In hypothetical, what was the word? I've already forgotten my word that I use for, in hypothesis, this is how the gimmick works, is we want to see this person champion and we will vote for this person because that's who we want to see as champion. And then the WWE can look at that and be like, all right, they really want to see LA Knight as the champion, so we'll give him the Cena title. But clearly they still want to see him champion. So now maybe we can give him this title or that title or put him in that program. In hypothesis, this is how it should work. It's not going to. Because they don't care about any of this. They just don't. They do not care what this voting is. They will actually get mad at you at the way you vote. And that's what they did with Cyber Sunday. They were like, wait a second, Shelton won the vote? No. And then they gave Shelton the title, and then they were like, yeah, now you're getting buried for like a year off of us. Like, they will get mad at you for winning this. It's dumb, but hopefully it leads to some hilarious results.
So 2 things. One, Someone asked, where do you think the voting is going to take place? Lex Bliss Gamer said. And someone else said it's going to be on the Club WWE app. And I think that's absolutely going to happen. They are going to want people to give all of their personal information to vote on Club WWE. And then hopefully they're going to start incentivizing people to pay to join the club. And that's going to be their in. I could absolutely see that being the way. And the other thing was, oh my gosh. So going back to Lex Bliss Gamer, Akira Tozawa, the first JCC champion. John Cena Classic, JCC. I grew up, the JCC was the Jewish Community Center. A bunch of Jewish community centers are going to be very confused when this tournament starts.
No, they're not.
They are, because they're going to be doing little Twitter searches for JCC, and they're going to be like, oh shit.
I don't think anybody's going to search for JCC.
You can't call it the JC Classic because people are going to think that it's either JC Chavez or the Jesus Christ Classic. But I think the reality is we'll call it the JC2.
The JC2, yeah.
Because AEW can't have anything. A Continental Classic.
This Continental Classic is good. This really felt like, oh shit, everyone thinks it's Club WWE. That's going to feel a little bit disappointing. What else can we do out of this? John, go just make something up.
Go make it worse.
On the spot. So Cena's like, everyone really loved the main roster versus NXT stuff from my last show. So we're going to do that again. But we're going to add stakes. And I've always said the fans have the power and we listen to the fans. So we're going to do a vote. And then he realized all what he was saying. He's like, oh shit. I didn't actually know what I was saying out there. Now that I'm back here, I realize this doesn't make a lot of sense.
So first of all, we got a super chat from Volop saying it's 2026 and people still think an online poll is a good idea. Listen, not everyone's a troll, but
vote in our poll question. Did you enjoy the Gingerbread Man Funeral?
Yeah.
Yes or get fucked.
The other thing is, when asked to give advice, especially with WWE, I often reply, be authentic. Do not fear failure. Know your why. The John Cena Classic may not be perfect in any means, yet it's authentically me. I am not perfect either, and reflects my values and beliefs. I am aware that there is the risk it might be a total failure, and I'm not afraid of that, and believe it's still worth stepping in the arena. My why in WWE is to consistently be as useful as possible for as long as possible. With my in-ring career at an end, my why is to use whatever energy and relevance I have left in hopes to create a launch pad of opportunity for all talent to show their skills while simultaneously creating a unique experience for a dedicated fan base. At the very least, we all learn something. At the very best, we all create something. I'm ready for wherever the road takes us. Thank you, WWE, for this opportunity. More details to come as we figure it all out. Sincerely, 14-year-old, and this is deep, John Cena.
I don't even know he's trying to be deep. I don't know what.
Every single thing John Cena says on the internet is an attempt to be deep and philosophical, and I'm 14 and this is deep subreddit all over again. At least there on I'm 14 and this is deep, they love SP3.
So what I hear you say is that's my favorite John Cena reply to any answers. What I'm hearing you say is
waffles and pancakes ass response.
When do we think like this actually like comes to fruition? Like I feel like it's gonna be a while. Like I don't think they are. I don't think they're gonna do anything with this for like months, and then they'll bring it back around and be like, oh yeah, remember when we announced this?
I think they'll start it after Clash in Italy, and they'll run it to Night of Champions.
Okay. Oh, the first ever.
Yeah, because
John Cena Classic champion, crowned in Saudi.
They get John Cena potentially in Saudi Arabia. They get to jerk off over a new title. Like, yeah, man.
You get beheaded for doing things like that over there, I think.
Well, it depends over who you're doing it. Whoops.
I was watching Euphoria last night.
Speaking of jerking off.
You guys seen this show? I don't know what happens in this show. But like Sydney Sweeney's doing like Godzilla porn where her tits are like smashing glass windows and stuff. Absolutely absurd show. I don't know the point of it. I have no idea. Like, so I didn't watch like the first 2 seasons. I know they're in like 3 seasons at this point. And I was like, all right, people keep saying like this show is like really absurd. I was like, all right, fine. Let's see what's going on here. Like, is there a point to this show?
No.
No. Like, I don't know what the storylines are. I know Sydney Sweeney is like some OnlyFans model this season.
Horny teenagers is the theme.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I need to go back and watch the first 2 seasons to maybe understand it. But like, I just want to know if there's like a point to this show.
Well, there's a point to it, all right. We have a sponsor on the main that's the point of it. It's blue.
Dick pills? Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah, it's for dicks.
All right. Sure. I don't know. But anyway, what were we talking about?
Louis sent me the NWA Power recap. Shall we go through that on a Monday?
Oh, yeah. That's on the weekends now. Yeah.
So I guess we got to do it. It's going to be a new Monday routine, which means eventually there will be a main channel Monday wherein we will have an NWA recap. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
But also that one guy will be super happy that we're talking about this. Shall we?
Yeah, sure.
It's time for the internet's only NWA Power recap. Thank you for that. Once again, when Louis sends me these, I do not read them until we get on the air. So he could be sending me anything, and I do not care because I'm here to read the NWA recap from Louis. Crockett Cup quarterfinal action kicks off the show as the Slime Balls face the Good Brothers. Good Brothers look good against the young antagonizers as the experienced anchors here. Slime Balls use sleaze to make up for what they lack in experience, but it's not good enough as the Good Brothers move on in a good, never great match. 2.5 stars. Slime Balls with disrespectful post-loss promo in the ring. Good Brothers are having a hell of a weekend. Quarterfinals continue as the 16th seed Titans of Calamity, Genuine Monsters, coming off an upset, and the top seed Immortals take on the 9th seed team of Tom Latimer and his own monster, the Dragon Nihon. Okay. Hard-hitting slapper of a tag with the 16 seed Titans, not Tetons.
Tetons.
It's just the MLL tag. Tetons of
Calamity. I don't know about that. But...
Maybe not. Titans of Calamity advance. The seeding committee should be facing serious questions about their seeding processes after the run of these monsters. 2.5 stars. Would recommend. Thank you.
Oh.
Burke Invitational Gauntlet is the main for a shot at the NWA Women's Championship. Kylie Page and Hollywood Haley J kick it off with continuation of their rivalry based off the doo-doo shoe from a couple of weeks back. Thank you for reminding us of this. Highlights include 6'6" Greta running roughshod over the other competitors, Kylie Page eliminating her sister Kenzie, and the now former TV champion Tiffany Neves coming in as the last entrance. Greta saves Neves from elimination, gets the elimination herself, setting up stablemates as the final 2. Neves convinced Greta to eliminate herself and now has an opportunity to challenge for the big belt whenever she wants. 2.5 stars. It's 2,500,000 strong.
We don't know yet, Bob. I did ask Thurston. He did reply. I don't know if he has done the legwork on it though. So.
Probably Thursday. If anything, Pollock and Thurston on Thursday should just be a deep dive into the NWA's ratings conversation.
Okay. I mean, I hope so. I hope we get some real answers out of it. Tiffany Neves was like, yes, it is real. And I didn't have the heart to be like, it's 2 different metrics that they're using and saying it's the same number. So how is that possible? I was like, all
respond, it's real and it's spectacular.
Yeah.
They had a great opportunity here.
I was just like, all right, Tiffany. Like, I get it. You're riding for your company. I respect that. I'm not going to,
listen,
I'm not gonna rain on your parade.
I'm not sure if it's Tiffany Neves or Tiffany Nieves because it's spelled Nieves, but I've been told it's Tiffany Neves. So I don't know.
Yeah, they say it Tiffany Neves, don't they?
Yeah, because they're white and it's the NWA.
Same.
I was asking who's doing a JCW recap. If you send me a JCW recap, I will read it on the air as long as it's, as well written as Louis.
Yeah, Joel is like Ron Burgundy. He'll just read it. So
I mean, listen, I get a few words ahead before I cut it off if it's something really bad, but otherwise,
well,
fair. Anyone got a super chat they want to try that with? Get the money in and we'll try it.
J. Roy J saying it's not neat. Well, go tell us the NWA.
Yeah, they changed the way they say it on the show. Okay, so Louis, are they saying Nieves now? Because that is the way it's supposed to be. It's Nieves, Nieves, Nieves. It's fine.
Okay, so it is Nieves. All right, well. Go yell at the NWA for saying it wrong this entire time.
Yeah, nobody was stopping her. She wasn't stopping them. She should have went to Billy and be like, Billy, it's killing me. My last name is Nieves, not Neves. But Billy's just like, huh? What? Who are you? Oh, all right. But now she's actually, getting a shot at the Women's World Championship. So they need to, they fixed it. They fixed it.
But my bad. I'll take I'll take blame ownership of pronouncing it wrong. That's my bad, everybody.
Ryan saying he's going to start his WoW recaps on Saturday. Listen, man, like I said, send them to me. I will listen. I'll participate.
I haven't been watching NWA for months. That's why you're here, Louis.
That's true. God bless. No, you can't say that. People get upset at us because we don't cover them favorably.
We've had more NWA guests on this year than any other
TNA
radio show.
No, that's true. What's really funny about the NWA stuff too is that we spoke more about the NWA on Friday than most people have in 3 years.
Yeah, it might not be the most favorable coverage, but it's still coverage.
We should get Tiffany on ITW and just be like, settle a bet. Neves, Nieves. Also, what took so goddamn long? It's just 30-minute conversation about her last name. Nothing else. We don't ask her about her time in NWA. We don't talk about anything else. Just her last name. And then we find out it's not really her last name. And we're like, well, what's the point?
I saw this, that Eve ran a countdown, and then the day of the countdown, they're like, LOL, wait 4 weeks.
Welcome back, Kaylee Ray. Good stuff.
Yeah, that seems to be the general consensus of who it was supposed to be or what the announcement was supposed to be. But it's just, why are we doing these announcements, a countdown announcement, and then delaying for the announcement?
Eve legal. They learn they can't talk about WWE wrestlers currently under contract.
I mean, that could very well be the case, honestly. But even in 4 weeks, that's not 90 days from the release, is it?
No, I don't think it is, unless her release was before she announced it. But even then,
it'd be close. It'd be about 8 weeks, but it's 12 weeks from 90 days. So, yeah, I feel like you can announce some of this stuff beforehand.
People they've done announcements of shows and things they're going for.
Yeah, so I don't know.
The show is June 4th. I don't think she can do the show then.
I do like the bit of, let's just do a countdown announcement to announce another countdown announcement.
They should keep doing that.
Yeah, that's actually a very funny bit.
So there have been examples of wrestlers getting out of their 90-day early to do special appearances. It happened with what's her face? Oh my god, with come on, Chelsea Green. Chelsea did that once upon a time, coming out of WWE to go to either TNA or Ring of Honor at one point. She got out a little bit. Oh, it's to go to Ring of Honor early during the Women of Honor stuff. This was, I guess, coming out of in the pandemic. So she wasn't able to wrestle because she was still injured, but she was still able to do appearances to Ring of Honor. So there have been stories of wrestlers getting out a week or two early to make appearances elsewhere. So who knows? It could be Kaylee Ray, but it could also just be someone completely different. But they have to figure out their situation.
So Kaylee Ray, the release was on April 24th. So 90 days would be July 24th, right? Yeah, because
everyone's pointing to, when is that Detroit AEW show?
I don't know.
I got to look it up. I think it's July 29th. Now I gotta look it up. Come on, people. Yeah, it's July 29th, and that is right before. That's right before the 90 days, I think, because people were all.
It's after.
Sorry, right after the 90 days, not too far after.
Okay.
My point was everyone was pointing to that being Motor City Machine Guns.
Oh, right. Okay.
Anyway, yeah, we'll see. But I think it's very funny that they did the announcement and they're like, oh, we're going to wait. Hold on, wait. When's the Montreal announcement coming? I assume at Double or Nothing or after Double or Nothing. They gave a 4-month runway for Dynasty. So I don't know what the holdup is for this show. WWE hasn't run Montreal. They're not running Montreal in the interim. So I don't know what the holdup is.
That's your territory, Joel.
I know. My territory is being told. I've got to wait for it. Because I got to book travel too. I got to figure out if my leg's going to be good enough to go as well. Because I got to get myself there, whether that's train or plane.
Yeah.
But either way, we'll see. Speaking of AEW, should we talk about Fairway to Hell? Because this is a really fun show. It's a good show.
Yeah.
Until the main event, I was going to say something along the lines of, I feel really bad for the people who were seated away from the ring because they were so far away that it's like, what are you watching? Or like you have to crane your neck the entire time to watch the show. And then when they did the main event and they went out into the sand pit and they started doing spots out there, I was like, you know what? I think that was all worth it.
Yeah, they were definitely going to do something with all that because it got announced as no countouts like an hour before the show. And it's like, yeah, Darby's got to do some dumb shit.
They were waiting for the venue to confirm that they could go into the sand trap.
Yeah, you don't do a venue like that and then not use like the environment there. That would have been a huge miss if they didn't do that. It looked really cool. Like the setup was really cool being on like the golf course like that. And then obviously the main event. I mean, so Jack Perry, Mark Davis was good. Jack Perry losing, very sad. Cool on Mark Davis to get this title. They also just got so many titles that I thought the point of this title was like it was going to be defended on like independent shows and stuff. And like Ricochet did that a couple of times, defending it on ROH. And Jack Perry didn't do that at all. He showed up to GCW, but didn't actually defend the title. Just, teamed with Marco. I don't know if Mark Davis is going to defend the title on any shows. I hope so. But if they're not doing that with this title, it kind of just feels like it's another run-of-the-mill title that is almost unnecessary. We'll see. Hopefully they actually do the indie stuff with this title, though. Again, a good match. Like Jack Perry fighting from underneath. He's a very good like underdog babyface, and Mark Davis being the powerhouse that he is. Like easy dynamic between these two. A little surprising to see Jack lose it so quickly, but at the same time, like he just beat Mark Davis like a month ago. So when the match was announced, I was like, it feels like they're gonna put the title on Mark because this is what they do. Of let's do a title match and then the one person wins, and then let's do a rematch like 3 weeks later, and we just changed the title.
Yeah, when it was announced, you and I kind of sat here and we're just like, and I think SP3 and you too, we're just like, yeah, it feels like this is going to be the change of the title because it's a rematch that didn't need to happen. Like the first match was good enough. They got the win. And then all of a sudden it's like, we're doing it again. It's like, you're what again? What? Huh? All right. But the title doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. They've shown you that the national title is not of any importance. I'd love for it to be the Jack Perry tour being like, I'm going to go coast to coast. And it's like you were saying, go defend it on the indies. Go defend this nationally on the indies and make it a thing. But listen, not my circus, not my monkeys, but that is absolutely the way I would have pushed it if that was my title to plan and book. He should be going out and working for it. I'd love Mark Davis to take up that mantle. I doubt he will, but it would be good. Yeah, MJF defending the world title on the indies more. That's the other side of it. Max has been going off and doing all these independent shows, and he's like, I'll put my title on the line. It's like, for fuck, okay.
Yeah, that kind of stepped on the whole national title bit. Wait, why do we care about this national title being defended on the indies when MJF is going to like House of Glory and Limitless and stuff and defending the title? If
it's an undercard title, you can at least go in and Jack Perry can work like the new upstart and inevitably beat them. But the story should be like, hey, you win the national title, then you're in. You're an AEW champion. Technically, you could be given a contract by virtue of being that like there are stories you can tell. It's the same thing with the AEW world title being on the indies, but it's still, that is a main event title. So like it could still effectively exist, but it's the fact that Max is the one doing it instead of whoever's the national champion that like just kind of takes away from the possibility and the opportunity of having a title that is just defended nationally in the United States. It's weird. Like Ali's doing it with the TNA title, with the international title. He took it and he's like, I'm going to go and defend this anywhere against anyone from any place. And like, he's doing it in Canada. He's invited people, or he's working people from all over. Like that's a good use of a title like that.
And then they tied all this into Jack, Kenny, and the Bucks are going to be part of Stadium Stampede with Don Callis and the Demand. They're going to be on Team Jericho. I mean, SP3 and I on Thursday were like, who's Jericho teaming with? We thought Brian Keith and Big Bill should get involved to tie up that story, and that was a foolish thought that they were ever gonna bring that back in any type of way. And we were both like, wouldn't the Bucks make, like, this is their kind of style match? They've been doing like a bunch of random tag team matches. You can do the Bucks and the Dogs and the Death Riders and the Rascals and some combination of, and the Bang Bang Gang, some combination of like those teams. And they're like, yeah, we agree. The Bucks should be in this match. Anyway, here's the Bucks, Jack Perry and Kenny Omega teaming with Chris Jericho. Golden Jets reunion, baby. Let's go. I know everybody's excited for that.
I'm very excited for that. That was the first thing I thought about. I was like, Kenny, Jericho, Golden Jets. Let's go. I heard it, man. I was hopeful, like most people were, that maybe Jericho, they'd use it as an excuse to like spotlight Jericho Demand, and then if they're gonna do Anarchy in the Arena, maybe Jericho gets some younger guys around him, and then it's just like, no, we're gonna do Jack Perry, the Bucks, and Kenny Omega. It's like, all right, cool, see ya. Not even the Hurt Syndicate. Hurt Syndicate was like, no, we're not.
Yeah, they were
that plunder bullshit.
Yeah, they were tied to Jericho for like 2 weeks, and then they were like, yeah, we ain't doing.
We've done our job.
Like, wait, you want us to sell chair shots and kendo sticks and stuff? Absolutely not. We ain't doing that.
I was hopeful that they would at least try something, but instead it's just Jericho back to Jericho. So,
the match is going to be good. I mean, the Bucks are great in that kind of stuff. Kenny's great in this kind of stuff. So like, it'll be a fun match. It just doesn't make a ton of sense from a story perspective based on what we've seen over the past couple of weeks.
Yeah, I don't think they're still in the match. It's 7-on-7 for this one? If it's 7-on-7, then that's absurd.
I mean, it's Jack, the Bucks, Kenny, Jericho. It's only 5.
Then you add the Hurt Syndicate.
The Hurt Syndicate aren't in it. Why are we adding the Hurt Syndicate?
We're adding them saying 7-on-7. They implied 7-on-7. So then that's the Demand. That's 3.
Is it?
And then they're going to get, what, 4 Don Callis? So that's Hechicero.
Yeah, they did. Yeah. It's Mark Davis.
Probably Hechicero. Probably
Sure.
Lance Archer. And probably Rocky.
Jack said he's joining the Hurt Syndicate. Oh, that's worse. 7-on-7?
So I'll put it like this. On AEW's website, on the Double or Nothing like page, they do not have Anarchy in the Arena set. So hopefully they'll set it up by Wednesday and tell you who exactly is in the match. Because like in terms of the card, they just have the 3 matches officially announced: the tag title, the international title, and the 4-way. They haven't even announced Max and Darby because that's still in. They haven't signed the contract, right? Yeah. So I assume that whatever is going to happen on Wednesday is going to solidify the teams.
Yeah, it hasn't been graphicked. That was. It's a terrible word to try to use. Graphicked. Yeah. They haven't given it a graphic yet, so that's probably why it's not on the website. Oh man, 7
okay, hold on. Yeah, I get it. It's Stadium Stampede, not Anarchy in the Arena. It's the same fucking match. Okay, give me a break. Don't start. It's like, oh, one has pre-taped segments. Anarchy in the Arena had some pre-taped segments too. Like, just relax. Same thing.
It was Stadium Stampede. SP3 and I already had this conversation, but it was Stadium Stampede at All In. a few years ago because it's in a stadium. Like, it's Louis Armstrong Stadium. But people just think that they think stadium, they think like 80,000 seats, not 20,000. They think a stadium, or they think 20,000 is an arena, but it is a stadium. And that's why it's Stadium Stampede and not Anarchy in the Arena. Like, yeah, it's effectively the same thing. It's just they are going with the technical name, because if it was called Louis Armstrong Arena, it would be Anarchy in the Arena. But it's called Louis Armstrong Stadium, so it's Stadium Stampede.
It's the same fucking thing. They go around and they beat each other outside of the ring. It's a no disqualification plunder match. Wasn't wrong. I'm not doing semantics with you people. Anyway, what else happened on this show? The Divine Dominion won a spot match.
Yeah.
Louis Armstrong doesn't have a roof. Well, then you should probably tell Louis Armstrong to get a roof. He's dead. He can't have a. It should be. Anyway.
They announced Thekla, Sheeta, Statlander, and Hayter as a 4-way. I was like, what?
That doesn't surprise me. They haven't really done anything with the women's division.
I would have just. I guess they didn't want to do a Thekla and Hayter straight up rematch, but like I would have been fine with that. Like Statlander and Sheeta are kind of like doing their own thing, and they just lost a couple of weeks ago. I know they beat Harley and Mina the other week, but then, or this past week, but then they lost to Divine Dominion a couple weeks ago. Like, I didn't need Sheeta and Statlander in this. Like, let them keep doing kind of their own little story, or it just felt kind of random. It just felt like, why are we doing this? Like, I guess they didn't want to run back Thekla and Hayter as a singles match, but didn't do something better coming out of Dynasty to not run back Thekla and Hayter as a singles match.
You could have done Thekla and Sheeta. You could have done, like, there are other matches you could have done, and people would have enjoyed it. So yeah, it's fine. And no women's tag match as of right now. There could be probably on the 0 hour. Don't know who they're going to throw at Divine Dominion. Mina and
more
Sheeta.
People.
Mina and Harley.
They just lost though. They don't get a title
It doesn't
shot.
stop them. That never stops them. Come on. I understand
that's fine.
She was supposed to be in it, but she got injured WrestleMania weekend. Like, you still had a month. It's been a month to put it together.
Yeah. They had time to pivot out of something that wasn't Persephone. So the pivot wasn't exactly the greatest setup here. I would have been fine if the pivot was Stat and Sheeta in a triple threat match, because then you could do like the can they coexist type of gimmick. When was the Divine Dominion match? Yeah, that was after Persephone got hurt. I probably would have just like scrapped the tag team match altogether with Sheeta and Stat challenging for the titles, pivoted into something else, and gone with Sheeta and Stat going after Thekla and doing a triple threat match with can they coexist, who's gonna win type of thing. But they've basically just built Thekla and Hayter, and now they're just putting Sheeta and Stat, even though they really haven't been adjacent to the storyline.
Someone in here saying TK doesn't want to pivot since Tony is out, holding pattern match for Thekla. No, he knows how long Tony's going to be out. He is planned accordingly. There have been plans changed since Tony was removed.
Yeah, it's mainly the Persephone stuff, which again is fair. Like, Persephone's out. If that was the plan, you gotta change to something else. But I just don't think this was the greatest pivot in the world. Either do some type of gimmick match between Thekla and Hayter, since they were clearly doing a one-on-one story, or pivot into the triple threat between Stat and Sheeta, since they have their story going on, and you can make some sense into them going after the world title and instead they just kind of did an amalgamation of both that doesn't make a ton of sense.
Takeshita gets the title shot on Wednesday. Okada is, quote, going back to Japan to handle family business.
Yeah, hopefully things good with Okada and his family and everything.
This is a pivot that I can get behind because it does service the story of Okada versus Takeshita in its own little weird way, while still giving the Darby defends every single week and wants to solidify himself as a champion. Like, to me, that's a pivot that actually works.
Yeah, it's definitely a pivot that makes sense. It's probably going to be a better match. I mean, I think Okada and Darby was going to be really good because Darby was almost going to force that out of Okada. Takeshita is just going to, like, toss him around and beat the hell out of him. I mean, they had a great match. I'm terrible with time, but it wasn't that long ago when they had their match. And Takeshita is a big dude who works a great style for Darby, of Darby just getting thrown around on his head all the time. Takeshita is more than happy to oblige off of that. All right, it was a little while ago. It was January 2024 on Dynamite. But anytime they're in the ring together, I feel like it always rules because Takeshita is just willing to throw Darby, and Darby's willing to take all those bumps. Okada, like, he would have done some of that stuff, but I don't think he was gonna go to the lengths that Takeshita would go with. Okada is not the powerhouse that Takeshita is.
Okada would have just flipped off Darby for a full 60 minutes. And Darby just would have thrown himself out of the ring in answer to that. Anyway, looking forward to that match on Wednesday. They're also going to unveil the Owen tournament brackets. It is that time. I'm guessing at this point, if they're going to unleash the graphics, unleash the brackets, that Double or Nothing will feature one or two opening contests, because that's what they did at Forbidden Door a couple of years ago in Toronto, where there were some Owen Hart's matches. I would assume they do the same again this year.
Yeah, you'll get some matches at Double or Nothing. You get some first round matches.
Who is going to be in the tournament? I'm guessing Moxley and Will Ospreay is the final of the men's side of the bracket.
Okay, yeah.
Because you got to get to that match. It's got to get to the teacher versus student moment. And Will, because again, Moxley is still being portrayed as a babyface. Token little pocket. Anyway, so I assume that it's going to be those two in the final. But again, could be something completely different. And on the women's side, the return of Mercedes, the last belt she has to, quote, put up, even though it's not a belt that she ever had to defend, but it is 1 year later, so she should be defending her tournament win. I could see this as her return, but a little anticlimactic to just bring her back and be like, she's in the tournament, and maybe she just makes her return, her first match back as a Double or Nothing against maybe a surprise opponent.
I don't know if you need a surprise opponent.
Maybe not. Maybe you just do Willow versus Mercedes as a tournament match. Mercedes beats Willow in her tournament match. I don't know, or doesn't. Who knows? Feels like Mercedes should go. Feels like Mercedes should go deep in the tournament.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know if you need to beat Willow in the first round. You can beat somebody else in the first round.
Mercedes as the wild card feels a little too. Again, she should be coming back to defend the quote last title she has, because all the rest of them have been given up. This is the last one that she could potentially, be defending, because she won last year.
Yeah, but it's not a title defense.
No, it's not, but it's still something.
I'm trolling you.
She just needs to come back and scout pitches. We know this. I don't know where she fits, but it should be. To me, she should be announced for the tournament and not as a wild card. She should be in it because she won it.
You said Moxley and Will as the finals match. Like, could be, like, they were clearly trying to set up Will and Kenny as a potential finals match, though. So
I mean, Kenny can find his way into the world title, win it, and then it's Will wins the Owen and Kenny's a champion going in.
Yeah. I know there's kind of talks of that, or not like internal talks or anything, but online chatter about Will and Kenny headlining All In, which is a possibility. I'm pretty steadfast that it's going to be Will and MJF at All In, but we shall see.
Yeah, exactly. Kenny getting redemption in Canada could be. He's got to go through Anarchy in the Arena first to Double or Muffin, and then have whatever match at New Japan at the Forbidden Door. What's Kenny's New Japan match? I keep saying New Japan, but I mean obviously Forbidden Door.
Yeah, I don't know.
Hiroshi Tenzin.
No, I mean Newman.
That's not bad because you do continue the Will Ospreay story through that. That's not a bad idea.
Yeah, that's
be a really fun match too.
Yeah, it's the only reason I threw it out there is because you can kind of continue the Ospreay Callum Newman stuff, and Callum Newman can brag that he beat Kenny Omega and everything.
But it could also be that they do. Will has to pick a side. Death Riders versus the United Empire.
People saying Tsuji.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tsuji doesn't want to work Forbidden Door. He hates the American shit. Hates those Americans.
Yeah. It could just be like Kenny and the Bucks against, I don't know, some United Empire trio.
Who won the 6-man titles last week?
Oh, Will O'Con and Nare.
Perfect.
So,
there's your 6-man tag.
yeah.
Anyway, we'll find out. But for now, that's kind of what I could see, but we're a long way away. So there it is. Speedball beat Kieran Gray, and then they just reset the Jet Speed is better than ever. Best friends for life.
Yes.
And then finally, PAC, he beats Darby Allin beats PAC in a no count. No, what is it? No count
out. Yeah.
No falls count anywhere, count outs, whatever. No falls count because it's not false. Anyway, match was very good. I really enjoyed it. Once again, you kick a man in the dick, you win your match. And PAC, listen, man, this is where PAC should have known. It should have been a falls count anywhere match for him because he got screwed. He threw that man off of the scaffolding down to the tables, and then he had to bust ass, run all the way downstairs, get that man, drag his ass to the ring, try to finish him off. But unfortunately, in that time, Darby came back to it and won the match. But again, really fun stuff. I love that they did the like I said, the sand trap stuff, went out and immediately started outside of the ring. It was just a silly, stupid, fun match, and had stakes to it. Darby once again ekes out his win. Had to cheat a little bit to get there. So fun stuff otherwise. Really enjoyed it.
Is it cheating if it like happens in like a no DQ?
It's not no DQ
type match.
No countouts.
Yeah, but I mean it's all the same shit.
Just like Anarchy in the Arena and Stadium 15. I get it.
Like it's no count out, but they're still like using tables and stuff out there. So it's still also no DQ on top of that. I guess you could theoretically do like a no DQ match, but like you can't use like weapons and stuff. It's just like, yeah, you can fight outside the ring as long as you want, but the moment you introduce a chair, that's still a disqualification. We didn't say no DQ. We just said no countouts out here. So I guess.
So I was going to say one thing they did really well in commentary, by the way, and there wasn't a lot because commentary was a little rough. We'll talk about that in a second. But when they mentioned the Death Riders coming out, if they lay a hand on Darby, that's a disqualification. What that led to was that when Darby was put through the tables, that means that they couldn't grab Darby and throw him in the ring for PAC to go run in the ring and get the pinfall. That I really liked. It's a very simple explanation that you could use later on in the match.
Well, yeah, it wasn't falls count anywhere.
No, but the idea was that if the Death Riders got involved in any way, it would be a disqualification. Since PAC was tossed onto the through the tables on the floor, they still had to get him to the ring to get the win. So PAC had to use his energy to roll Darby back in the ring to get the win. When the Death Riders, technically, if it had been a no disqualification match, could have taken Darby, threw him in the ring so that PAC could get the win. Instead, because they said if they get involved, there's going to be a DQ. PAC had to do the extra work, and it made sense in the match.
I'm glad we're making sense of a no count out match.
Listen, we can't all have gingerbread clone machine ideas, okay?
No. I'm with you. It was good explanation, and yeah, like technically, PAC, like the table stuff is always funny because you're not like using it, quote unquote. Like you don't like pick it, especially in this case, like you didn't pick it up and hit him with it. It's like, hey, I'm going to toss you off this balcony. There just happens to be tables below. So like it shouldn't be a DQ, just like it shouldn't be a DQ. You know, it gets relaxed and lenient in a real match. If like somebody just crashes through a table in a regular match, it's like, well, it's not really a DQ. They just kind of like use the environment around them. It wasn't, hey, I went out of my way to use this. It's like, oh, that idiot fell on the table. Now I'm going to put him through it. So why should I get DQ'd for that? So no, it did make sense. The way they explained the no count out versus the no DQ versus the falls count anywhere versus whatever you want to call it, type of game. Yeah, the stairs and the barricade, same thing. Like I just toss you into it. It's like, all right, well, get them out of the way if they're not going to be, if I can't use them. So, yeah. Look, this was really fun. I mean, this was the best match between the two shows on Saturday. Certainly the one that I enjoyed the most between the two shows, and Darby Allin continues to deliver, and there was going to be no doubt about that. Even if they just did a straight up normal match against PAC, the fact that they had the golf environment to work with made it even more fun, made it even more unique. I love that AEW used like this type of venue and did something different like this. This is something they did really good in the early years of having like unique sets and going to like unique locations and everything. And then they went away from it for a while. And then they kind of brought it back around with by going to kind of like the smaller little like theaters, venues and things like that have looked good on television. But this was, you know, completely unique from even that, because it was on, you know, a literal golf course out there. So I thought that was you know, really cool, and something I want them to do kind of more of if they can, because too often in wrestling, everything does just look the same, and you can't tell one arena from the other. It's like, hey, we're here tonight. It's like, all right, this looks the same as last week. There's no real specialness to a lot of that. But this is obviously like, you could not confuse this with anywhere else in the world on there. Do a show at Casino. I saw Nick Nemeth pitch Casa Bonita, which would be hilarious.
Casa Bonita.
They did that. Doing the cliff diving. Darby would just jump off the cliff diving thing. It'd probably just actually be too like what is this cliff is like 20 feet high. That ain't shit. Like, you got to give me something higher than that.
Yeah, as other people trying to point it out, they did have everyone kind of dressed for the occasion. It's one thing to have, you know, Arkady and Renee dressed up in the golf getups and doing the interviews with the golf getups, and Ricochet obviously doing his thing. But I pointed this out on Twitter. They went so far as to have the camera ops dressed up in golf attire.
Yeah.
Normally they're all in show blacks, which for those who don't know, in the production world, like if you're not part of the show, you're black from head to toe so that you don't stand out in a show like this. This time around, they're just like, nah, it's fun, it's loose, it's casual. Ended up being really fun to see all these guys just wearing full golf attire, which I would love to see a contract that says you have to wear golf attire to do the show. Like, we actually had no choice, but also all black golf attire does exist. Regardless, like, I thought it was, you know, really aesthetically well planned out, and they had a good time with it. The entrance was a lot of fun. If you're a wrestler and you thrive on an entrance, that entrance tunnel being as long as it was and getting to do as much as you could in that time was special and really cool. So yeah, little things made that show fun. One glaring omission or glaring issue was production truck being in my ear for the first like 30 minutes of the show. I heard every cue. I heard Tony getting every single line fed to him. I felt bad. It really shows that Tony Schiavone is not always comfortable trying to relay things from the truck as it's coming to him. But they did their best. If you go back and watch it, you'll hear time cues, you'll hear countdowns, you'll hear good jobs, you'll hear literally lines being fed to the guys in the truck. And at one point they were like, "I'm talking to Tony. I'm not talking to Nigel anymore." So I was like, "Oh, that's a choice you've made, I guess." Yeah, there was some good stuff, but it's interesting. I like that stuff. I like hearing truck banter.
I thought the crowd was too loud. They should have, you know, politely clapped.
I thought the
too
other way. I
much.
thought the crowd was dead for certain points. I was like, this really is a golf match. Sheesh.
Well, it was still too loud, even when they were dead.
It was during the middle stretch of the Jack Perry match. I was just like, do they not mic the crowd? Because it was just, they were dead silent.
I imagine the miking in that place had to be a little bit difficult because as you mentioned, like the stands were so far away because you got the giant golf course in the middle. Like there was some seating around the ring, but then a lot of the stands were just
It was standing room around the ring, and then they had a couple of boxes on the lower floor.
Yeah. They did do a golf clap at various points during the show. I just wanted more, and I wanted to make the crowd was too loud joke. And I guess it didn't land too well. That's okay.
Anyway, for a quick hour of useful TV, I thought it was really well done. I think a lot of people kind of agreed that it was a really fun show, and they should do stuff like that because it stands out. It's funny. You can tell when they're loose and they're just having fun at a show like this, doing a little bit of golf humor with it. It was fun. I liked it.
Yeah, and it seems like it's going to be a yearly thing, which is good, as it should be. Again, I hope they find more unique venues to kind of go to, because I think that serves AEW well when they do stuff like that.
Yeah. Raw is tonight. Should we preview that and then do the rest of the stuff?
That's unfortunate. Throw out taunts for me to do in the Gingy costume while Joel previews Raw.
I mean, it's going to be.
I can't see them. Joel's going to have to relay them to me.
All right.
So it's Joel's fault if I don't do it.
Knoxville, Tennessee hosts Raw tonight from the Food City Bank Center. That's a weird name for a venue, but here we are. Jacob Fatu will take part in Roman Reigns' acknowledgement ceremony because, of course, you have to do that. See, people are saying gingerbread Oreos. Don't know what that is. Oh, they've come to Spain, as Shucky Ducky's telling us.
Oh, okay.
Louis, we will not be doing the guy who used to be a porn star. Jack Perry.
This is like...
Oof. See,
Jack
that's
Perry.
Kit Wilson. Jack Perry, that's right. Adam Cole, Bebe. Oh, the Acclaimed. Scissor me, baby. Scissor me, Gingy. Perfect. Obafemi Open Challenge continues. Who is going to accept the Open Challenge, and why should it? Thank you. Why should it be the Gingerbread Man?
Imagine the Gingerbread Man just strolls out like this. They do Ric Flair.
There you go. Woo! Could you do Jeff Jarrett while you're there? Ain't I great?
That was my Jeff Jarrett though.
Effectively the same.
Yeah.
The Street Profits will take on. Oh, sorry, the Street Profits and Joe Hendry. It is time not for concerts. It's time for matches. Jesus Christ! Watch your mic.
I don't know where my mic is. I literally can't see anything out of this.
Braun Breaker, Logan Paul, and Austin Theory team up to take on Joe Hendry and the Street Profits.
Here's my Logan Paul Austin Theory impression.
You have a Jeff Hardy impression on the docket here. Randy Savage as well. Ooh, yeah. You do some DX. Gingy Suck It. And the Kit Wilson. It's just thrust and dick. And then finally,
I can't like stand up and do that. One, again, can't see. Two, this thing is like kind of tight, so my crotch really shows.
Oh dear.
That's not for you guys.
Oh dear. Women's Day. Well, then I guess the one I wanted to call last is probably not going to happen.
What was that?
The Nikita Lyons booty quake. Don't if you can. Get ourselves demonetized. Maybe we'll make that a Discord exclusive.
See me bacon ass.
Jesus, no.
Out here.
The women's tag team champions respond to the Judgment Day, so Brie Bella and Paige will be on the show tonight as well. There will be other stuff announced throughout the day, or maybe not. Maybe we'll have a rundown. Maybe we won't. Jesus Christ. Are you doing Brie Bella? Nice.
You can look, but you can't touch.
Someone's saying Broken Matt Hardy. No, not like no, not that.
I'm going this way.
You got to put your one finger out, not your whole thing, not your whole hand.
All right.
My JCC conversation meant nothing.
Gonna get Gingy in trouble.
Seriously.
My bad.
We're like the gingerbread anti-Semites. And then finally, some breaking news for the one and only Jeremy Lambert. Peacock is developing 4 Fast and Furious shows
Hell yeah.
Vin Diesel's producing one of them, so no Rock.
Well,
Rock's too busy saying really out of pocket stuff at a really stupid roast.
they owe me Fast and Furious. Are we on 10 yet? Still. So I need my part 2 of Fast and Furious.
There we go. That's it. That's Raw. 4 things and lots of nothing. Jeremy Lambert, shall we finish this thing strong?
Should I do this in the costume?
You should. People will ask questions in the comments.
Okay.
Watch the show. Maybe you'll understand.
Okay. What was your moment of the weekend, Joel?
My moment of the weekend was watching 2 world championship matches end in dick kicks and winners for the champions. That's how you win matches, kids. Kick a man in the dick and you win the match. Congratulations to Darby Allin and Roman Reigns.
My moment of the weekend was when Trick Williams poured out milk for me, gave me a great send-off, and brought me back to life so I could take out Sami Zayn. The Gingerbread Man lives. I'm here to create more great moments in WWE history.
God bless you, Gingerbread Man. God bless us all. What did we accomplish today, Jeremy?
I have no idea. I was drinking at 10 a.m. I can still taste it. I need to go brush my teeth. I can barely breathe in this thing. I should probably take this off. And we talked about too much wrestling.
Far too much wrestling. But, well, we did talk about a lot of wrestling. We talked a lot about stories. And we talked a lot about the way things go. And we did a deep dive on cloning machines. If there's anything you've learned from today's show, it's that gingerbread, cloning machines, and 90s kitschy BS is for you. And that's why you should watch this show. Also, we talk about wrestling that we liked and wrestling we didn't like, and not all the wrestling that you don't like is the wrestling that we liked, and vice versa. So just enjoy it. Enjoy us. Stop posting our stuff to Reddit. And if you do, say nice things about us. That's okay too.
Marlot lingers like the class. I can still taste this shit.
Malort.
Marlot lingers.
No, it's not Merlot. It's Malort.
I can still taste it. Like it's still like on my tongue. It's disgusting. It's really bad.
Yeah. Enjoy your rest of your day for that.
I'll be fine. I'm gonna brush my teeth. I'm gonna eat something else. Continue to drink my water. I'll be okay.
Is there anything else we have to do?
Did you enjoy the Gingerbread Man segment? 100% said yes. Thank you, everybody, for voting.
Guys, good for you guys. Audio crew, don't worry about the video. That's exactly what Jeremy said. 100% said yes, because our chat knows. Our AEW Pilled chat loved the Gingerbread Man Funeral. That's all you need to know. You should have.
They're still getting on you over Anarchy in the Arena and Stadium Stampede.
Shut up, chat. The same thing.
I mean, technically it's not.
Technically it is. Shut up.
Technically it's different things. Like
technically, shut up.
Sure.
Listen, it's either this or we can talk about Sting.
It's Sting.
It's Sting, the harbinger of death.
All right.
Yes, AEW is making their return to Glasgow ahead of All In. Enjoy that. It'll be a fun show. We're on a run of fun shows. And we'll be back tomorrow to talk about our fun show, Jeremy and SP3. Hopefully we'll have plenty to talk about, maybe from Raw, maybe from the other worlds of sport. And yeah, I'm sure that there will be Gingerbread Man conversation or Gingerbread Man adjacent conversations with SP3. Big fan of that segment that he was. Anything else?
Yeah, SP3 definitely hated that segment. I will continue to defend it, though.
That's fine. Defend it till the wheels come off. Folks, leave a thumbs up on the way out. We always appreciate it when you do share our content. Believe it or not, while I don't want you to share it to Reddit, I do want you to share it with the world. Let them know about this show because we will give you our unbiased, unfiltered opinion without needing to worry about our partnerships or anything like that. The only partnerships we have are the ones that pay us. And none of the companies pay us. So you should pay us instead.
Wait, before we wrap, I'm gonna do gingerbread man emojis. Let me know if they work because I can't tell.
It should work.
All right, well,
Do
all
the
right,
balloons first.
we're gonna do fireworks.
Okay. Not yet. Nope. Maybe pick your hands up a bit.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Nope, not yet. Nope. Nothing. There they are.
Oh, we got it. Okay.
Yeah, you got it.
All right. We're gonna do balloons.
Okay. The problem with this is that if you're gonna clip this, you're gonna have to take out the funeral chat poll thing
Why?
because it's like part of your screen.
Oh, okay. Let me take it off now. then.
There. Okay, it's gone.
Oh, you took it off.
I
Okay.
just hit it. So now you do it again. All right,
All right,
folks.
we gotta do
Stick around for our
fireworks.
production bullshit.
It's the dumbest thing we've ever done.
We've done dumber.
Yeah, true.
A little bit more. Hey, they are. There's
worked?
fireworks. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, almost.
Okay.
Hold on. And now next thing. Okay.
All right. Balloons.
Love those balloons. Oh, there they are.
Got it.
Yep. They're there.
Okay.
Do the rock and roll.
I was like, I can't see what you're doing. Okay.
That's the one. Hold on. You gotta wait for the how do they show up?
I don't know.
I think you gotta get rid of your thumbs. Your thumbs tuck in too. Yeah.
Okay.
Come on, rock and roll. Come on, rock and roll, Gingy. Let's go.
I do one. Maybe if I just do one.
No, it's not working. It works with two.
Okay.
You just gotta. There you go. Oh, there they are.
It
Yeah,
works?
let's go. Yeah, it's
Okay.
coming.
All right. We'll do
There we go.
hearts.
I think hearts work.
Yeah.
Yeah, keep going. I think there they are. Yeah.
And then the
Thumbs
final one is
down?
rain. Rain on me.
Yeah. You think you gotta pick your thumbs up a bit.
Uh,
Oh, there they are. Raining in my heart.
It's raining
There it is.
on the gingerbread man.
We did it. Thank you for sticking around for whatever that was. We got lasers, we got fireworks, we got thumbs and everything. For Jeremy Lambert, you know who he is. You know who I am. Say goodbye to the gingerbread man. Ladies and gentlemen, friends beyond the binary, leave a thumbs up on the way out, and we'll see you tomorrow.